God, guys. Restream is such ass nowadays. What happened? What happened to it? It was a good service for a long time, for years, you know? Jeez. Ah, my coffee's already cold. Here, hold on. Let me get my headphones charging up. Oof. Restream is the service that a lot of streamers use to stream to multiple platforms at once. YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Rumble is what I go to right now. And I use Botrix for the chat room and the donos because Botrix is a much better service than Streamlabs. There's so many services out there, and like I've noticed that the established services, like everyone loves them, like Streamlabs, and they're going good for years, and then like things just fall apart and they fucking suck. And now Botrix is just an objectively better service doing the same thing Streamlabs did, 5 or 6 years ago. Complete capitalist victory. Oh, that was a shit show. That was a shit show. Here's the thing, right? I can appreciate the humor of it because Pippa's rants are legendary, and the way that she blew up at me was hilarious. The issue is that she was just like wrong factually, but the funniness was still there, so I can appreciate it. It's one of those things where she was factually incorrect, but she's not motivated to find the truth. She's actually motivated to not find the truth because she's just going to listen to her friend. Like most normal people would just listen to their friend. That's a normal phenomenon, right? I don't necessarily blame her for that. That's just how it is, though. So, chat, what's going on? I guess you may need to. Some of you might need to know what's going on with me because that just sounded like a little bit of extra drama. And listen, I'm in drama every single fucking week, dude. Every single week, all the time. That's my life now. I like Pippa, I like Kirsch, I like you. Oh, that's good. Pippa's always really funny. Um, Kirsch knows how to dig stuff up, even though it's not always correct. The articles did not start yet, John. I just got here. I mean, Blitz, if you followed the Kirsch drama for the past year, then you already know what's going on. Other people did shit. She blamed me for it. I said, hey, this is bullshit. But honestly, I should have gone harder on her initially, frankly. That was before the Dev Backbone arc. Why do I think that if you leave Twitter for a while, drama will subside? I mean, sure, for sure, that definitely happens, right? But at this point, I do have the reputation, and it's not going to go away. And some of it's deserved, and some of it isn't. And actually, some of it's good. You know, there are some things that I've done where it's like, oh yeah, that was even though it caused a lot of drama, that was the right thing to do. So fuck it. Yeah. Will you do a gaming stream today? Probably not, man. Probably not. Probably not. Oh, that reminds me of something. Hold on. Here we go. Come on, Botrix, figure it out. The service I was just praising. Listen, it's slightly slow, but at least it actually works. These things actually happen. Wait, don't ask about the Kirsch drama. Kirsch will think Dev is starting shit up just by mentioning it. And ain't no one got time for that. Oh, fuck. I think she's just honestly paranoid. Incredibly paranoid. No, both Arch and Lumi said back when it was going on that I should not just stick my head in the sand. I should like put out a video or put out my own doc and like explain my side of it immediately. And I was like, nah, I don't want to just get into fights over and over again. I'll just chill the fuck out. I'll drama tends to pass. There's that whole thing. You're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled. Um, So I was like, I'll just stick my head in the sand and kind of ignore it and let it die down. And that worked somewhat. However, people still bring it up months and months and months later. And in retrospect, it didn't really work that well. Dev Genius on a new Twitter fight the first day of the month? Yes. Come on, YouTube. $5 from Zab. Hey, thanks, man. Dev, you can't do this to me. I have so much engineering homework to do. For the TikTok slop, it's funny. Thank you. Nightmare. Wait, Lord Cameron, I've never heard of this Dev or Kirsch guy. What are you doing here, then? What the fuck? I have no idea what Joshua Fluke. Hold on, I might actually maybe. Let me just see. Joshua Fluke. No, I've never seen this channel before, man. I did see a good ghost job video, but I don't think that's from this guy. I don't know who this is. Volume's still too low. What? Who's Dev? He lives in Deswalls. I'm here for Destiny and Dev, you need to show. Okay, I'll turn it up. It's just that, like, fuck. Hey, Senenko. Hold on, guys. Hold on. A ghost job is basically when a company says they're hiring and then puts out, like, advertisements for a job but never actually fills the job. So they can claim to the government that they're looking for more people. Okay, I've slightly turned up my gain. How do I sound now? Is this too much or too little? How does this sound, dude? You sound perfect, Dev. Thanks, Baldo. Almost there. Still sound fat and gay? Well, yeah. That's not going anywhere. Get slightly better. Dude, like, I'm almost hitting red in OBS every single time I speak. What do you mean slightly better? What the hell? How much more to go ahead turning up? Okay, how about now? How does this sound now, dude? Place the microphone into your mouth. Okay. When does your internet drama start? It starts right now. Thanks for the $2, man. Sounds good. Okay. Watching your old vids, the statements you gave at the end about eco-fascist didn't age well. It might not have. I don't remember what I said. Wait, less gain? You want less gain now? Oh, man. Sore Dev. I should take the Baldo sponsorship. Fuck no. Need more cocaine before I do that. When the Actman SFO collab happens, we've talked a whole bunch in private, and he has, like, something IRL happening right now with his family. So we've put it on hold. It will definitely happen, but it's on hold. Perfect time to talk about the Destiny Nick Fuentes stuff. I mean, I gave my take on Twitter. Hold on. Yeah, I gave my take on Twitter. Yeah, John Watts, that's true. I gave my take on Twitter about Destiny. Because, like, last week there was all the DM leaks with Lauren Southern, right? And they were all, like, romance and kind of cringy. And this week there was the sex tapes that leaked, the sex videos. in my opinion on both of these things are, it's always going to be funny and cringe and weird when this stuff leaks about anyone. It's always going to be something that people laugh at. You know, it goes viral. Any kind of creator, doesn't matter what their political alignment is or what they do. You know, X person has a sex tape leak or like a cringe log leak, everyone laughs. You know, it is, you know, the drama channels like Chud and Queeman and guys like that. Who, by the way, I enjoy watching. They're really funny. But those guys, they're eating good whenever someone's stuff leaks. I'm the kick viewer. Hey, Ezekiel. Um, you know, it's always funny. I can appreciate just the laughs, the humor of it. But people are saying that like now that the sex tape of Destiny has leaked and we've seen him with another man, that you can't take his political analysis seriously. And I'm just sitting here thinking like that's fucking stupid. That's retarded, dude. Like it does not it does not matter who he has sex with. It's unrelated to his behaviors, his ideas, all right? And if you were pro Gamergate back in the day, you should agree with me on this because we all said this about Zoe Quinn, right? We said it doesn't matter who if Zoe Quinn had sex with the five guys. Like it's funny, we'll make jokes about it, but it doesn't actually matter. What matters is the ethics conversation that's underneath it, right? That's what matters. I heard the guy in the video was fat. Was it you? No, wasn't me. I've heard people say that like it was Nick Fuentes, and I mean the guy in the video is not Nick Fuentes' size. Nick Fuentes is a much smaller guy. I've heard people say it was Turkey Tom. I don't think it was Turkey Tom. A couple people said it was me, which is so fucking stupid. Like I mentioned on last week's sip. I mentioned on last week's sip that like guys like Parrot Man have abandoned the community here because they're like, you've become best friends with Destiny, and I can't tolerate that. I've spoken to Destiny twice in my entire life. All right, I don't hate the man, but I don't know the man. It's as simple as that. So for people to say like it was you, Dev, it's so stupid, man. It's so fucking stupid. Leaked porn vids are faps, not laughs. Thanks, Major Pork. Thank you. Hold on. Avalon. Awful presumptive to call Destiny a quote unquote man. Are you coming around to the trans position here? That being a man is not a function of being an adult human male, but is instead based on your behaviors? I've seen the Destiny porn vid floating around. I think everyone has. Hey Artemis, what's up? The more accurate term is gay cuckold. Yeah, but you can be a man and be gay and be a cuckold. So, yes, the video's legit. It's actually him. I mean, hey, Viking Kiwi, when's your sex tape getting leaked? um, so the video is legitimately him. Yes. Um, he's giving head to some guy. Don't know who the guy is. Everyone's assuming it's Nick Fuentes, but there's no evidence of that. Um, this is not really surprising because he's been open about being bisexual for years now. So it's like, ah, whatever, you know? I mean, I'm open about being bisexual. However, you will never find a dev sex tape out there ever. So I'll never make one. Doesn't matter who I'm fucking. There will never be a dev sex tape. Because, hey, Lady Meta Knight, how have you been? Is Dev's audio in the scrolling chat not synced? I think it's a bit behind the scrolling chat. That's the Botrix bot's fault, though. Bi people have gay sex? That's shocking. What about the Tidge nudes? Oh no. Wait. Tidge, you might go over with Aiden and join the doc that's being made about me apparently. Yeah, that's another drama that happened, right? Like, you know, Aiden resurfaces every little while, and sometimes I'll return the camera equipment. Thanks for the $2 lives in Dev's walls. Um, The Aiden drama resurfaces like every few weeks, where like something happens. Sometimes I'll kick her, sometimes she'll kick me, but like it comes back up, and the conversation always turns to, "Hey, you threatened to drop a document exposing all of my sins back in July. It's now fucking December. Where's the document? Where's the fucking document, Aiden? Where's my Halo series dev, you fuck? It's coming." We've done a couple episodes already. But yes, we are late on it. I'm sorry, Artemis. We will finish it up. No, I can't throw stones at people being late on shit. Yes, I know that, Indirect Soda. I understand. I completely understand. Oh, Kelgar, thanks for the 5 gifted subs, dude. Appreciate it. Very appreciated, man. Thank you. But yeah, like the what's a good way to put this, man? I'm trying to think of this. The document she's apparently making comes up, and she says there's like a dozen people contributing to it. Okay, I know some of them. All right, I know it's her and Spoon. I know it's Scrump and Oozaloo, and my beefs with them are going to be all basically like personal shit. And I'm more than prepared. I have all my ducks in a row. I have all my evidence laid out. I've had shit saved up for this for like 3 years now. I'm good to go on that. It'll be I Hypocrite, and the reason he threw his hat into the ring is because I made a video like in 2022 making fun of him, and he took it personally, and then he blocked me, he unblocked me, demanded I debate him on stream, then blocked me again on Twitter, and I'm just like, what a fucking like sensitive soy boy, dude. So I Hypocrite's in on that. Also, I accidentally gave you $300 super chat yesterday. You can just send me the money you owe me out of that. Thanks, Artemis. Will do. Thank you for the $5, man. Shit. Okay, what else? I know there's probably going to be at least 2 girls, like just random e-girls that I got nudes from. They're probably contributing, and their story is basically going to be, look at how bad he is because I sent him my nudes. And it's like, okay, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I do have your nudes. They're still on my hard drive. Fuck you. If you don't want me to have them, don't fucking send them to me, you retard. One of them is somebody that I think Indirect Soder told me not to bring up because it's just fucking retarded. I did talk about it a bit on like one of the gaming streams. Yeah, and like that story, Soder, is just so fucking dumb. Like it's the dumbest shit. Like it's the most stupid fucking nonsense. And I think in their hands they'll try to make it sound way worse than it actually is. But it's so fucking dumb. Oh, and then Kirsch is going to be in on this as well. But Kirsch already blew her entire load with that schizo document that she made back in July. Now, beyond that, what is that, like 8 or 9 people? 8 or 9 people, maybe? She said there was a dozen. I don't know who else is there, but who knows? Who knows? Am I still on good terms with Sitch and Adam? Yep. I'm still on good terms with Sitch and Adam. I'm still on good terms with Arch, obviously. I'm on good terms with like Kibbs and his crowd. As far as I know, unless something changed since last time I talked to him. Still on good terms with EFAP, you know. Believe it or not, believe it or not, even though we haven't actually done any sort of stream together, I'm on good terms with Aquaman, you know. What about side scrollers? Yes. It's actually something that I talked with Craig a bit. I was like, listen, there's a lot of drama right now. Like, what's like, are you all right? And he's like, yep, we're good. I was like, okay, great. I think there's definitely this feeling of like we're while the drama rages, and also while we're still in the election season, I'll probably keep my distance from like the Culture War podcast crowd. But we have talked about like doing stuff together again. And as far as unless Craig's just lying, and I don't think he is. He doesn't seem like that kind of guy. He seems like a good guy. I think we're good. Yeah. My list of haters is pathetic. $5 on the Kibs crowd. We just make fun of all the cat fighting you seem to get into all the time. We just don't really care much. Yeah, fair enough. This is what I mean, Artemis. Like, I'm completely fine with jokes because jokes are one thing. I'm not fine with like actual haters or backstabbers or anything, right? I'm taking bets on the nothing is gonna happen ticket. Well, that would suck because then I can't make my counter video. You know, I've been sitting on like, let me just check. Hold on, real quick. $1 from Starcade. We think the left will have to concede in order to bring men back to their side. It's already happening. A lot of the woke stuff is going away. A lot of the cringe race based stuff, and like victim blaming, the fucking cancel culture shit's going away. A lot of just the nonsense we've been railing about for the past 10 years is going the fuck away. Fucking finally. Merck says, why bother with a counter video? How do you beat them? Just don't even acknowledge them. Here's the thing, I tried that, right? Like we're now 5 months out since Kirsch's doc on me, and even when I don't, bait a little bit and have some fun, people still bring that shit up. People still bring it up, and it's like, well, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I had the view back then that I should just not talk about it and just let it fade away, because you only really get yourself canceled if you let yourself get canceled. Because Vosh is a great example of that. He got fucking destroyed, and now he's back and doing better than ever. So just let yourself just move on. Don't respond. And Arch and Lumi both said, no, you should probably put something out about this. And I disagreed with them, and I was wrong. The two of them were correct. And in retrospect, I should have, in fact, put out something to respond to the Kirsch document, because the Kirsch document is so fucking ridiculous. I know we're 5 months out still talking about it here now, guys, but it's recently become re-relevant, right? Like, it's so fucking ridiculous. It's 300 pages of other people who are associated with me doing shit against Kirsch, and then Kirsch blaming me for it. It's fucking wild. Like, the only reason people believe it is because simps. Like that's it. That's it. Anthony Grumogluya made a video on First Diversity a few days ago. Yeah, Abishanek in the chat said that he also spoke about me, and he was like full retard when he did it. As far as I understand, that Ant guy is like a very far left kind of bread tuber dude. He seems to be retarded. Just have to see. I forced Aunt Hime and her friends to read it all. Yeah, and it was so fucking bad, dude. Like, it was so stupid. Remember the change the channel document? It was like good evidence of two people who worked at Tig being creeps in the past, and 99% of stupid bullshit that doesn't matter. People try to cancel Doug. Yeah, it was so dumb. It was so fucking stupid. V's video regarding your take on the military industrial complex and Russia escalation. He made a few good points. No, I've stopped watching V's videos. Not because I disagree with him, but because we don't talk anymore. But yeah, hold on, just give me a second. Yeah, here we go. My Scrump evidence folder is like 2 gigs. Fuck. And I've been sitting on it since September 15th, 2021. I've been ready for Scrump to fucking take a shot at me for 3 years, because I know he was petty enough to fucking do it. No way. His descent into righty schizolam put a nix on your friendship? No, not exactly. Not exactly. I still firmly believe I can be friends with right wingers, people who are much more right wing than me. Or friends with people who are much more left wing than me as well. What happened was it wasn't politics related. It was personal conduct related, and I talked about it last week. Like I don't want to go over it again. You know, like it's just, you guys want to hear me tell the same fucking story again? Tell it again, Uncle Dev. Please don't. Yes, the duality of man. TLDR, V's radicalized a whole bunch in the past year or so. He's been doing like videos, just kind of farming me, even while we were like friends. And even Art said like, V, like, what are you doing? Dev's supposed to be your friend. Why are you doing this? And I even went to him. I was like, dude, what are you doing? And he apologized, but never actually stopped. Never actually changed his behavior. And then like the debates became shittier and shittier. They became more unhinged. The a lot of it just, it's not the fact that his politics were different and we were debating them. It was his conduct in the debate, is what I mean to say. The way he behaved while we were debating things became less like good friends, like when Arch and I debate, and more like adversaries. Yeah. Hey, Mama Oko, what's up? And so eventually, after the D&D blow up, I said, you know what? I'm fucking done with V, and I walked. Before Dragonfat went absolutely fucking insane and basically blew themselves up and almost took me with them. We had conversations like 5 or 6 years ago. And this was back when I had left wingers who fucking hated me. Now it's right wingers who fucking hate me, but like I had left wingers who really fucking hated me. And there was like dozens of them coming at me. Dozens of them coming at me. And I went to them and I was like, I went to Dragonfat just for a sanity check, and I was like, listen, I have dozens of people saying that like I'm wrong, I'm bad, I'm evil, my ideas are stupid, I'm going down a dark path, blah 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 blah. And it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like I am. But I mean, it's hard to deny when we have a mob of people all saying the same thing. Like, are you the one who's wrong, or are they? Like, is it truly the case that they're just a bunch of idiots and you should follow your heart, or can they see something that you missed? And Dragonfat was always like looking at it relatively objectively and being like, no, 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 you're doing the right thing. You are doing the right thing and cutting off these people because here's how they're crazy. I can see it too. Other people can see it too. All these crazy fucking leftoids, yes, cut them off. And also, like Dave said relatively the same thing, and Naomi said relatively the same thing, right? I do get people from the outside to look at things and be like, okay, sanity check me, please. He said you were pro-war and didn't really care about Russian escalation because you're in Canada, but he's in Romania and it affects his family people more. Yeah, I understand that point of view, but like, Russia's escalating. Russia's escalating, dude. Russia's the escalating fucking party. I'm pretty sure you still have left wingers who hate you. Oh yeah, 100%. That's for sure. How? I mean, Russia invaded, right? Russia invaded Ukraine. that makes them automatically the aggressor, right? And then Russia brought in, Iranian support and Iranian forces, and then North Korean forces got put on the front lines as well. And then Russia began to use like escalated with different types of weapons, more weapons, etc. Like, dude, every escalatory move has been from Russia. The only one you can claim that hasn't been from Russia has been when Biden said, "Okay, you can shoot these American rockets into Russian territory," and people are like soying out about it. But it's like, dude, Russia's been doing that to Ukraine the whole fucking war. Artemis Fowl, thank you for the $5. To be fair, I told you to cut off Dragonfat months before whatever the exposing of him being a catfish. You did, yeah. And I probably should have. The issue is that for years and years and years, up until like the final year of Dragonfat being around, they were actually legitimately really good as a mod, and legitimately really good as a friend. And they would like give me advice, and in retrospect, the advice was actually like spot on. It was just completely solid. Actual Jake, a corn cob bread tuber, has said that he owns you in his reaction vid to your everything is fascist. Listen, Actual Jake has been desperately trying to debate me now for a little bit. He follows me on Twitter, and he's always like underneath my tweets being like, when are we debating? When are we debating? And like I looked at his I looked at his channel metrics, and he's not doing great. And I think he wants like a step up. He wants like he's desperately trying to get back into the scene, and like I'm just gonna fucking ignore him. Actual Jake is trying to be a successful bread tuber. Here's the thing, Sigurd. They're like, I remember Actual Jake from the Bible Reloaded days, because I was like one of those, like atheist types, fedora tipping atheists. So I remember those days really, really well. So I had that one talk with him in what the fuck was it, 2019 or something, 2018, and I was going into it thinking he was still that cool guy, and he is not. And to be honest, he like 100% fucking steamrolled me in that debate. Not because he was correct, because he's not, but because I came into it thinking it was going to be like a non-adversarial talk. Because I remembered him from the old days. And I was like, oh fuck, like that sucked. Damn. Someone in the chat says, so Jake's too small for you. No. The reason that I won't talk to Jake, the real reason I won't talk to Jake, is because he tends to try to get the people that he talks to on stream deplatformed, right? He goes after their Twitter accounts. He goes after their YouTube channels. He goes after there is a group of people who, if you talk to them on stream, and if you destroy them in a debate, or alternatively, even if you don't destroy them in a debate, but if their audience just doesn't like you enough, they'll actually go after your channels, right? They'll go after your platforms, whether that's Discord or Twitter or Twitch or YouTube or whatever, or Patreon, whatever, right? But there's a group of people who will do this. Jake is one of them. Nick Fuentes is one of them. Ethan Ralph is one of them, right? And so these are people who like basically I'll never speak to. I've spoken to at least, I think I've spoken to Jake and Ralph before. I've debated them, but I'll never do it again. And it's not because I don't think I could beat them in a debate, or because I'm scared of them or something, but it's because they're like the risk reward is just, the ratio is just too out of whack. Like, you beat them in a debate, and then they go and try to fucking get your channel banned. Like yeah, Matt Jarbo. Yeah, there you go. There's one. Fucking Boulder Matt, going around and flagging people's channels. Like, it's ridiculous, right? These types of people, it doesn't matter if you align with them or not. It doesn't matter if they're to the left of you or to the right of you. It doesn't matter. But like, basically, I wouldn't risk my channel talking to these people, right? Or giving out good advice. Having a prawn thread in your Discord is a major liability people will use against you. Just saying. I don't care about that. Thank you, Diddler. I appreciate it, but I don't care. $5. The U.S. CIA openly declared they helped sink the Russian Moskva in the Black Sea. That it wouldn't have been able to happen without them. Based. I approve. Santar. Reminder to call out the people calling us warmongers for supporting Ukraine aid, that they legitimately want China to start World War III with their actions. Thank you, man, for the donations. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, like, Actual Jake seems also to think that your audience is full of fascists. Yeah, Actual Jake thinks that everyone who's not a leftist is full of fascists. Okay, listen. Actual Jake thinks that Destiny is a fascist, and Destiny's community is full of fascists. All right? And Destiny is definitely a left-wing guy. But Destiny is not a communist. He's not a socialist. But Jake is absolutely 100% a pretty hardcore socialist. So he is much more to the left of Destiny, and so he views everything that is not as left as him as fucking fascist. It's so stupid. Unknown Channel, the trucker video, is a video that I was in the middle of making about the trucker protests in Canada in, I think, 2022 or whatever it was. And I didn't put it out. And people keep saying, "Where is it, Dev? Where is it?" Because it's kind of like a running joke. I'll eventually put it out. Destiny is a fascist. Well, of course Destiny's a leftist. He sucks dick. That doesn't mean shit anymore, dude. Look at our pal Nick Fuentes. Destiny swallowed a fascist. Oh my god, guys. Fuck. For what it's worth, it seems like your fan base has shrunk, but it's become higher quality. I've been thinking that too, Katana Blue. So the weekly sip before all the drama got about 500 to 600 people. Now I might get 200 to 300 people for a weekly sip. The super chats are about the same amount. The views on the videos are about the same amount. And the revenue is about the same amount as it used to be. So I think the people that have left, even though there are some names in that list that I do miss. I recognize you guys. Like, I miss some people who have left. Some people who have like sent me messages being like, "I fucking hate you now, Dev," and they leave. It's like, oh, that feels pretty bad. You know, parasociality goes two ways. Creators do feel parasocial about their audiences too, in a sense. But I think for the most part, the people who have left are like hate watchers, maybe like dead weight people, like dead subs, you know, stuff like that, right? People who didn't really contribute that much. Think I'm good? Of course, Liam Internet, yeah. Friends and Destiny shows that love knows no borders. Fuck, dude. Thanks to $2. Neko Boy Official, $5. Thank you. I think JJ McCullough has TDS. He blocks replies since the election. Maybe. I do know JJ McCullough to be a reasonable guy. I've spoken to a couple of times offhand. He's all right. I don't know. I can't comment on whether or not he does actually have real TDS. JJ didn't release a video when Trump won. He's not taking it. Well, fair enough. Parrotman, okay. Parrotman was the guy who like DM'd me and is like, "You are best friends with Destiny. I cannot support you." It's like, dude, I don't even know Destiny, man. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. I barely have anyone else who understands the old lore now. Yeah, like there's been several, like multiple waves of lore going back and back and back and back. Like if I mention to you guys Romad, right? A troll that I had to ban from the community in like 2017. Romad. How many of you guys know who Romad is? Are furries queer? Yeah, unfortunately. Gregonator, thank you for the $7, man. People seem to forget that before the current Russian invasion, they were constantly violating treaties with Ukraine since 2014 and attacking them. Yep, absolutely. The Pipkin clip sucks. In what direction, Argyle? But thank you for the $2. Ethan Rogers, I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about you, Kirsch, and Pippa having cringe women as each other. Just kind of lame after the fifth time. Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Satan Gray, $5. Don't mind the detractors. Your loving fans hate you enough by spreading Chaser and Yomi pegs you rumors. Love you guys and Godspeed. Thank you. Okay, remember Romad? Oh yeah, Dead End Satellite. You might remember Romad because you're one of the older viewers now at this point. Yeah. Yeah. Now Ramad was a guy who, like, he was a very common chatter in the streams, but it got to a point where he was like, during the fucking streams in the chat, he was fantasizing about like cutting his sister's head off with a knife. And then I had to like be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, and he just said to me, he just said in private, I'm just gonna keep doing this. And I said, okay, well, I'm just gonna fucking ban you. And then I banned him. Like he was wild, fucking wild. The Pipkin clip didn't encompass your smell. Hey, listen, I showered yesterday. I'm good. Fuck, who else? Who was that one guy who stalked Lilith? He was serious because he said it several times and we asked him to stop and he didn't stop. There was a guy who stalked Lilith. What was his fucking name? Not Tricky Mario. You see, Nathaniel Baker, and then after Nathaniel Baker, there was James Hurley, and those two guys would just constantly repeat. I think they're different people. They would just constantly repeat shit over and over and over again, and never fucking ever listen. And they'd always apologize whenever they broke a rule, but they never actually changed their behavior. It was before Nathaniel Baker, the Lilith Stalker. Dev loves bad opposite. He loves stinky diapers. Thanks, Festiva. Not Sam Hyde. Oh fuck! What was the guy's name? It started with a D, and it wasn't Dracus because Dracus is a current guy. I'm not gonna remember it. I'm not gonna fucking remember it. It wasn't Dev, you fucks. Yeah, this guy stalked Lilith because he like wanted to fuck her. It was just strange, man. And he kept like losing it over her. Stop fucking saying Dev. I will admit that Pippa spurging at you on stream is extra cringe and she shouldn't have done it. Fair enough. Thank you for the fiver. Here's the thing, right? Like, before Pippa got big, she was slumming around with V, and she knew of V and of me and of Arch and of Sargon, and we were mutuals on a previous Twitter account. And like, whenever I'd gone into her chat when she was smaller, it was always like, oh hey man, like it was. We were never actually friends, but it was always like, you know, cordial, right? But at the same time, Pippa's now very large and very busy, and has a very big platform and lots going on. And I don't expect her to like look up the intricate details of any sort of drama happening in like with her friends. I think she would just simply believe what her friend told her and then call it a day, which is why she spurred out at me. She's wrong, but she's wrong in a very human, reasonable way, basically. Is this all you do in your streams? Some static image and blah blah blah. I mean, kinda, Kung Freddy. We also read some articles and watch some videos. This is just me kind of hanging out and talking to the chat right now. Maybe when I move, I'll be able to actually put like a camera up, you know, and do like a more real stream, if you know what I mean. Like if you look at like a Destiny stream or you know a loner box or a counterpoints, right? People like this who do or like, you know, Tread Logic. Tread Logic is a great example. People who come to streams with an actual itinerary and they have like a little setup going. I'll probably do that. Okay, I did not tell you guys the details of this. I did move and I have to move again. And some people know the IRL situation. Some people don't. But basically, I have to move again. I don't fucking know when it's going to be. Yeah, the place that I'm in is currently the place that I've been in since September has been temporary, basically. It's fucking jarring seeing your true self in the gaming streams. Maybe I'll lose a bunch of weight so it's less jarring before I actually do that. I just find all this drama to be a more gay World War I analogy. All the people being shit and lots of you did X to my friend, playing a BS all around. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think Drybed, you know basically what's going on, I think. I think I told you. I might have told Tidge as well, I think. But basically just... Akko for $5. Oh, thank you. I disagree. Her and Kirsch are BFFs. You can't say she didn't study when those two probably are on speed dial with one another. Okay, see, that's fine, right? So, if Pippa didn't know what was going on and simply took her friend's word at it, as a good loyal friend would, that's stupid, but it's understandable. It's what normal people who are busy would do. If Pippa actually read that 300-page document and then still said that shit, well, then she's just a piece of shit. It's as simple as that. You stalk to try and get it in. I stalk to slowly break a man's sanity for free rent. We are not the same. Thanks for the $5, man. I thought you made a lot of cash doing YouTube videos. 150k subs. Wouldn't that be enough to buy a stable place? Yes, but not in fucking Canada. Because Canada's a fucking shithole right now. Christ. Housing prices have fucking doubled here, dude. Like, the rent on my last place was something like $1,000 a month, when an equivalent place in that city goes for like 2,500. Because we had just been grandfathered in from like 2009. Fucking ridiculous, dude. So bad. So fucking bad. Move to Washington State. Then I'll really become a leftoid. Canadian rent has gone up 25% in the last 2 years alone. It's really bad. Fuck. Dude, Trudeau's like raped the country. It's so awful. It's so bad. Implying Canada never was bad? It wasn't, man. Go back like 10 years. It was pretty good living here, man. I'm paying $3,000 for my rent every month. It's another $2.5K to pay for my mom's rent for her. Like, at those prices, just fucking like buy a house. $5.5K a month. That's a mortgage payment. Gotta hold out till October. I'm rooting for my northern neighbors. Yeah, it's pretty hard to move to the States, yeah. Also, I have to move with Naomi, and we're not married. We should get married, but we're not married yet. And then somehow deal with like the Dave situation, right? It's rough. It's rough right now. Also, there is an added bonus that because the Canadian economy is so fucked up, that because I get paid in American dollars, I get like I get a ridiculous amount of money for what I'm actually making. You know what I mean? Here's a silver lining, yeah. Pay 3,000 USD for my apartment. Damn, Artemis. Must be a nice place. You deal with the day situation sounds like murder. Well, like, marrying Naomi and bringing her with me is one thing, but how do I say, like, I'm bringing my employees? You know what I mean? Like, it's harder to do that, basically. Get Dave an American wife. Nice. Nice, that's what I'll do. Marry Dave. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, the one silver lining is the fact that because I get paid in American money, the money goes a lot further here in Canada because the Canadian economy is so fucked up. Have some more freedom dollars then. US is the best. Thank you, Satan Gray. Appreciate it. Do polygamy in Utah? Oh, fuck. I'm kind of stretching. Okay, so, I mean, we could rehash drama every single fucking week if you guys really want to. But, aside, okay, so Yeah, we kind of blurbed over the Destiny bit. We blurbed over the Pippa bit. What else has happened recently? Got to think about it. The Aiden stuff, yeah, blurbed over that. Just get to the articles. No. Oh yeah, people are asking about the new videos. Like, when's the new videos coming? Okay, real quick. TikTok slop will continue until morale improves. That's how it is. Bigger videos are coming. It's one of those things where like a 1 hour video or a 2 hour video, it just takes time to make them, man. Like I can't just shit those out in a day, you know? Like I am working on things. You will see them. The only thing I can say is hang on tight. It's gonna drop eventually. Like you'll see it. You'll see it. It'll be out. Videos are coming out for sure. Okay. Corona Soul, $5. Our money is soaked in blood and oil, but here's some more of it. Thank you. I appreciate your blood and oil soaked money. Yeah, Trudeau is deliberately avoiding calling an election for as long as he can because he knows he's fucked. Like he knows he's ridiculously fucking fucked. Like it's bad for Trudeau right now. It's one of those things where like so here's how the system works in Parliament. You have to hold a majority of seats in the Parliament in the House of Commons, right? So over 50%. When you have a majority government, it's because one party holds over 50% of seats, and they get 5 years in office. Simple as they just get 5 years to do their thing. Um, if you have a minority government where one party, the largest party, has less than half, then they have to make a deal with one of the other smaller parties for their support. And so the Liberals, the last parliament, they had less than half, so they made a deal with the NDP, which is like our communist party, right? They made a deal with them, and basically Trudeau like gave them some sort of like dental plan or some shit that they wanted to implement in exchange for their support in keeping his government up. But eventually the NDP pulled their support, and at this point Trudeau had to like make a deal with the Quebec separatists to keep his government going. But it's one of those things where like everyone knows as soon as an election is called, whether that's because he runs out the 5 year clock or he loses the support of everyone else and has to call an election, he's forced to. Um, as soon as an election's called, he's so fucking done. He's out. It will be a conservative majority. Yes. I think it will be a conservative fucking majority, dude. New vids equals devs balls. It will drop eventually. Fuck you. Thanks for $2, man. Thank you. The Dave situation sounds like you have to take him out back behind the shed like old Yeller. I can't wait to see if you guys have a Canadian red wave. I think we will. I think we really will. Yeah, the Dave situation is basically having to figure out how to bring someone to the States with me if I was going to move there who is, not my wife. How would I do that? I don't fucking know how to do that. Legally adopt Dave. Bring him in as property. He is part of our polycule. Yeah, the thing with a work visa at Seninko is that I think I'd have to already be established there. You know what I mean? And then I have to prove that I couldn't hire an American to do his job. I got to figure something out. I don't know exactly what the process is. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. The red is liberal and blue is conservative. Yeah. The really yellow should be liberal if we're going by classical colors. Yeah, blue is conservative, red is socialist, yellow is liberal. I think black is fascist or anarchist. I think they both use black. There's always the trunk. Yes, Carlos, I talked about Pippa. TLDR, either she's slightly retarded and didn't know, or she did know and she's very retarded. His job is an art, so the argument should be easy. Maybe. It's very possible. When my friend went to work for his company, they had to sign paperwork that he had special machine knowledge they couldn't find in the USA. Oh. Oh. Artemis, $10. Dev, I don't know how you do it. I am downright abrasive when I argue with people online, even people I am friends with. I still am accepted everywhere I go. I mean, I know the answer to this, but it just makes it sound like I'm fucking egotistical. And I mean, I am somewhat egotistical, so fuck it, right? The issue is that I think my one great strength is that I'm smart. I'm a smart person. Um, I'm not particularly attractive. I'm not that charismatic. I'm working class for sure, but I'm smart. I'm a smart person. That's like my one solid trait, I think. And no, that is it. That is it for sure. And here's why. Because when I did my deep dives into various left-wing topics and like dismantled them from the inside out, all the rightoids were cheering, right? They're applauding and they're like, "Yeah, dude, this is incredible. The best fucking YouTuber." Oh. But then like I use the same analytical lens to start dismantling right-wing topics from the inside out. And then it became a bunch of people turned on me, and it was because one, they know I can do this sort of thing because they cheered me on doing it. Two, they have no real arguments against it because I'm doing the same thing that I did that they liked. And three, they took it personally, like I was backstabbing them. You know what I mean? It's why whenever some of you, I know some of you guys have seen the Twitter threads, right? You've seen those threads today, and I've just been like, dude, just give me some fucking proof of your claim. All right, you say I've done all this terrible shit. Just prove it. You're saying there's a 300-page document. Just pick out one example of what you're saying. None of them can. It's always just deflection. It's always just like, oh, well, you're really bad. You're evil. You're saying we're talking to you. Blah, blah. And it's like, just fucking one bit of evidence. They never find it. It's all projection, and it's all just like irrational anger. Well, no, that's not fair. It's not all that. There are some people who dislike me for personal reasons, like the people I talked about before. There are some people who dislike me because they're like followers of those people who dislike me for personal reasons. And then there are some people where my dry bread said that that I'm like I'm like my personality type. I have an abrasive personality sometimes, right? And fair enough. I think I do. I'll sham marriage Dave into the country via gay marriage. But in return, you have to actually do the trucker video. Done. Deal. We'll do it. Deb's out here stealing my words. You're ontologically evil. It was in the title of a video. Oh, I think he's that Ace guy is a part of Aiden's thing too. I think he's in on it too. Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed that Dev's numbers have stagnated. His views are apartment too independent to really fire up a solid audience. I mean, possibly. Like, the thing is, my views have stagnated, but they've not gone down, despite all everything else. So that's why I think I'm going to be okay long term. When you lose a bunch of subs, but your views stay the same, they don't go up, they don't go down, they stay the same. I think that just means that you're going through a rough period, and it's not the end of things, you know. So I think it'll be okay. Some of them say Dev is a liar all day long. They can't come up with any once you ask them. And they eventually just link a 300-page document they haven't read. Yep. Man, what's here's the really funny thing, guys. Any of you who've been around for more than a year, knows that I've been wanting to change my channel name now for like at least a year, probably longer, more like 2. However, if I do it now, all of my fucking haters will turn around. They they'll turn around and they'll be like, "Hey, guess what? He's obviously avoiding the drama by changing his name." And it's like, "Oh." I don't care that much Indirect Soda, but it's funny is what I mean. It's kind of funny. Yeah. He's trying to hide. You've been talking about it for 3 years. Yeah, maybe so. The issue is that I'm just not SFO anymore, you know? Like I still like anime, but not the way that I did when I was in my 20s. I'm just not that guy anymore, you know? I'm not like I'm not hardcore into like I'm not watching every single fucking show that comes out every season like I used to. You know, I watch a couple shows and that's it. I don't have time for that shit anymore. I'm not like really big into like the anime. Like I'm not big into the anime board on 4chan anymore. It's just yeah, I don't hate anime, but I'm not in that culture anymore. And honestly, like I think a lot of it was just the fact that like I got a girlfriend, which sounds really fucking bad, but I got a girlfriend. And I no longer was like into the waifu thing. Oh my god. Hi, Dev. According to the foreign policy understanders, Russia should have plenty of spare military capacity to assist longtime ally Syria in preventing rebels from across the north half of the country. What gives? I'm not sure about Syria. I don't have anything to say about that, Terrace. I'm sorry. Thank you for the $20. I really appreciate the 20, but I can't help you with this one, man. I can't help you with this one. I don't know. Also, I did get a Weeb GF, man. Naomi loves anime, and we watched some together. It's just that, like, I don't know. I'm not spending my days being lonely inside, like, watching anime and playing games all day anymore. Oh, God, can I? Here. I think I can pull it out of my DMs with Queeman. Hold on. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Here, let's see if this works. There it is. Okay. Yeah, Queeman maybe a week ago on his stream was looking for a specific video clip and he couldn't find it. And I was watching Queeman because I like watching Queeman and sometimes I find him kind of funny. Um, hold on. I found him kind of funny, and I was hanging out in his stream chat watching him. Actually, what was really funny when I in the Kirsch document, one of the points against me was that I was in Queeman's chat watching him while he was doing a Kirsch segment on his stream. And that was like proof of wrongdoing on my part. Like it's so fucking just schizo nonsense. Okay? It's so fucking dumb. Okay. But yeah, it's right here. Okay. He was looking for a clip and I had the clip on hand. So I sent it over to him. Okay? And you should probably watch it cuz I think this dovetails nicely into what I was just talking about. Give me a moment. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I'll bring this in. That doesn't look right. It's kind of right. There we go. Okay. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. Okay. So, those of you might know Gator Gamer. He's the host of Anime Boomers, which is his podcast. And I've enjoyed his stuff on and off over the years. But I mean, he is a very VTuber oriented guy at this point. He talks like pretty much exclusively about VTuber news with some politics in there. but mostly VTuber news and stuff. And also, this, by the way, has positioned him to be like against me because of all my drama with various VTubers, especially like the edgier, more like right-leaning ones, you know, like the ones we talked about today. I don't necessarily hate Gator or anything like that, but I remember him from back in the Ethan Ralph days, because for those of you who don't know the deep lore, he was the co-host of the Kill Stream with Ethan Ralph. And there was like a whole fucking drama between them where like Gator was Ralph's like biggest offender, even as Ralph was taking shots from all sides and like his channel was going down, his reputation was going down. Gator was the, you know, his number one guy. He was like he stood by his friend. He was very loyal, which is an admirable quality. But eventually it became too much, and the Gator left and then leaked all the secrets, and it's like, yeah, fuck this guy. He's like ruined my life. So he moved on to do the VTuber thing, right? And so he has his show now. And though the Ralph Mail, and though he I don't think he likes me, which is fine. I've enjoyed his content from time to time. However, there is, when I was talking earlier about the I grew out of anime just because I got a girlfriend and kind of like started putting my life together. When I was saying that, I immediately thought of the clip that I sent Queeman for his stream last week, which is called Gator Flirts with a VTuber. And maybe we should watch this. Because to be fair, I could see myself being Gator in this video. I could see me being Gator in this video had I gone down a different path in life. I have it in me to be this person here, okay? So let's just let's watch this.
Hey there, Rabba.
Hi.
Do you know who I am?
Yes, I know who you are.
Who am I?
Who are
The
you?
crocodile.
The crocodile.
Crocodile
you're
man.
so close.
I
Crocodile.
fucking know who you are. You know, I'm bad with. I don't want to say usernames. Okay, you know how I am.
You can say mine. You can say mine.
Okay.
Gator.
Okay. Gator, you're Gator. Crocodile man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Aren't you glad you came to Off Guy?
I'm so happy that I'm here.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you decided to come too. What's with the angry face?
Wait, just wait. How? It's not even a real girl. It's an anime girl on a screen. How can you be spilling your spaghetti? Like,
What are you planning to do at this convention?
I was going around and buying entirely too much merchandise, which we need more Kiki merch next year.
Are you going
More
around
merch.
harassing people?
oh, you harassing?
No,
Oh, okay.
absolutely not.
Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm just being a goose. Okay.
Oh.
No, I
know you're being a silly goose.
I am. I'm being a silly goose. You know how it is. There is gonna be more
yeah, I
Kiki
know
merch
how-
soon, though.
Hey, Baldo's in here.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I just came by because I wanted to. I told you
Yeah.
I was gonna pop in for just a minute. I want to say how proud I am of you,
Me?
and just like amazed at how much you've been able to grow in the past year. It's awesome.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry.
And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have met Hexa either. So,
yes,
Thank
yes,
you for
Hexa
treating
Keep
me
section.
to
simping, dude. Full simp.
and I look forward to a lot more streams and collabs in the future.
Yes. No, I want to do more Wizard 101 with her. Actually, I've been harassing her to do it. So.
Hey, Baldo. Look, Baldo facts on
Yeah.
screen right there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I have to take a picture with you,
Oh sure. Okay.
Oh, dude,
so I can brag to Rand about it.
Okay.
get
Don't be
your
salty.
selfie with
Yeah.
with like a TV screen. Get your selfie with the TV screen, dude. Oh my god.
All right, thank you so much.
All right,
Hi,
thank you
Kiki, it's
so
good to see
much.
you.
Yes, you
Have a good
too.
con. You got the world's greatest Sawa cosplayer about to
Oh.
say hi.
I just noticed. Yes.
And
Overhyping.
Hello.
wait, and this guy's just in blackface.
How you doing? How you doing?
Sawa, wow, I didn't know that you were gonna make an appearance here.
And wow, this guy shows up, immediately has more game, immediately gets more engagement. Okay. I saw no flirting here. Yeah, neither did I. I saw an attempt, but I didn't see any real flirting. Okay, so listen. The worst part about this is that Gator's podcast is sometimes really fun. And when he's doing his thing, he can be sometimes pretty charismatic. But like this, you put him in real life and charisma score drops down to 0, man. Like he's rolling critical fails constantly. And so there's kind of two things that I was thinking of here. One is that I actually do see myself in this type of dude. Where like if I had gone down a different path, if I had not, there's a dozen different things that I've like a dozen different life experiences that I've had where like relationships that kind of fell apart and then I learned a good lesson and moved on, or like jobs that I've had, right? I could have been the anime neat who just stayed indoors watching anime until I was 40 years old and then like never got with a real girl and ended up like simping for VTubers, right? That could have been me. So I can see an alternate universe where that was me, because my personality type is definitely like on this branch of all possible personality types for sure, right? And so when I think about like, you shouldn't be saying that out loud. It's true though. It's fucking true, man. Like, but here's the thing: I could have been this guy, but I'm not, right? Because I am in a real relationship with a real woman who isn't an anime character, and therefore she's Don't repeat this to her, guys. She is human and therefore imperfect, but so am I. And because of our imperfections, we can have a real relationship. And we can actually like discuss things and have experiences together, both positive and negative. We can fight and then make up. We can negotiate. It's a real relationship will never actually live up to the fantasy of the e-girl or the anime girl, but it does have the advantage of being real. Do you know what I mean? But the "it could have been me" thing, I felt that too. Like when I see a guy, I think, "Oh, it could have been like this." Strange to think about. This could have been me. Oh yeah, like there, but for the grace of God, go I. You know what I mean? Like I suffered like several catastrophic failures in my life. Dropped out of school, had to go back, got cheated on, got exploited by some girlfriends, moved around, did different jobs, went to different schools, just met different people. And like I still like anime, and I still really like games. I'm a full Nintendo cuck, 100%. But like I don't live to use an old anime term, I don't live the whole, welcome to the NHK lifestyle anymore, where I used to. If you look at me, like back when I was failing school for the first time in university, I definitely had like the room full of trash, hasn't been taken out in 6 months, skipping all my classes, wasting money like crazy, spending my day playing video games and watching anime and surfing on 4chan, right? I mean, I got some play throughout my 20s, yeah, but I definitely had some periods. Like, okay, so I dated Wei from I think 18 until 23, maybe 24. I don't recall exactly. Then I had like a couple years where I might have gone on 1 or 2 dates, but had no play. Then I dated Nan for maybe 6 months at the most. And then I had like 3 years of just nothing. No one in my life romantically. And then I started dating Naomi, right? And before Way, I had a few hookups in high school, but yeah, like I definitely had my periods of like just I am now in like incel mode basically. That was Way in Direct Soda. That was Way. And to be honest, yeah, Way and Nan were both Asian, and as a white guy picking up Asians is kind of easy mode. Yeah, it's relatively easy. I'm 24 and still a virgin. I just can't imagine a girl actually be interested in me. You can do it, man. You can absolutely do it. I went through those periods too. Right? Lots of self-improvement. Hit the gym. Make sure to eat well. Make sure to cultivate yourself personality-wise as well. Like develop your hobbies, develop your interests. Be a person who is interesting. Why is it easy for white dudes to get Asian chicks? Aren't you dating an Asian, Dry Bread? And you did date like an Arab girl before, a Persian girl, right? There's something to that. I think there's something to that. I definitely had periods. Periods of getting no play is what I mean. God damn it. Anyway, yeah, like it's basically. Yeah, I'm taking my headphones off. My girlfriend's half Chinese, half German. She grew up with her German grandparents, though. She's very German. Fair enough. No, it's genetics, dude. It's fucking genetics. Okay, here. Let me answer some of the super chats before we continue on. Oh man, I'm scrolling back up to see the super chats, and you guys were like, you guys are cringing at this fucking video. Corona Soul, yeah. In Japan, otaku isn't just for video game and anime fans. You're still an otaku for politics. The term still applies. Yeah, fair enough. I understand what you mean. It's like it means like fan. Like I get it. Yeah, thank you. Artemis Fowl, $5. Don't cite the deep lore to me, Dev. I was there when it was written. I know you were, my friend. I know. It's for everyone else. Okay, come on. Scroll. Everyone talking about secondhand embarrassment. R.I.P. SFO. Arc Time Silva, thanks for the $5, man. Appreciated. Boog, you can get pegged by her. Hey, Boog, thank you. Thanks, buddy. My Mexican brethren. Major Pork for 49 Mexican dollars. Welcome to the NHK. Scared me straight. Yeah, it did for a lot of people. Welcome to the NHK. Honestly, Welcome to the NHK was like definitely one of those millennial animes that made people realize you can't just be a fucking NEET. You can't do that shit. You can't. Sean King, $10. After seeing Kirsch lash out at Arch for saying he would not get involved between the two of you in his smartass self, I realized just how unhinged she is. Also, I gained a lot of respect for Arch. Well, thank you very much, Sean King. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I asked Arch, hey, listen, I can use this like screen cap of you, right, where you admit that she's just fishing for stuff, because she did it with Arch and she did it with V. And I was like, yep, you can do it. So that's why I used it. It's so ridiculous. We're like, she's like, man, people associated with Dev are digging around on me as she digs around on me herself. It's like, okay. It's all just hypocrisy all the way. Okay, let's see. Gator, the bachelor life is great. I sleep with a waifu body pillow. What do you have? I sleep in a big bed with my girlfriend. Pretty much, Will, isn't it? Though, to be honest, I think I need a new bed. I bought the bed before I started dating Naomi, and it's been I've been dating Naomi for over 8 years now. Yes, marriage is coming. We probably need a new bed though. It's at least 10 years old, I think. Oh my god, why is the browser fucking lagging? I'll refresh it. What was so awkward about how Gator was interacting with the VTuber? He clearly had like a thing for her, or had, even if it wasn't romantic, he had some sort of plan, and it just like it wasn't fucking working. And he was like, you ever seen someone spill their spaghetti? You ever seen someone try to like flirt and it just didn't fucking go anywhere? That's what that was. And it's just like, oh god, I can feel it right through my fucking heart. I can feel like 14 or 15-year-old Dev having crushes on girls and not knowing how to talk to them and just being like a fucking retard. Oh. But at least I was 14. Spill their spaghetti is a 4chan saying, basically just meaning like you get nervous around a girl and you spurg out, basically. Jiggle Slinky, $5. I still can't wrap my head around the fact that Digibro got his GF stolen by Ethan Ralph. Yeah. Fucking old lore, dude. Would you say that being alone but improving the self will get you more favorable towards a future partner? Like, I mean, being alone for a while. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Like, be open for a relationship if it comes your way, but you should definitely focus on self-improvement for a while, definitely. Garcia, thanks for the membership. I recently got out of a 9-year relationship 3 months ago. It's easy to feel black pill, especially at 31, but I'm improving. You can do it, dude. It'll be okay. Keep on fighting, man. Keep on fighting. Begone thought I'm improving, Giga Chad. Anyway, listen. There was a bit of a it was a bit of a side tangent, okay? A bit of a side tangent. But basically, I brought up the Gator stuff because one, there but for the grace of God go I. And in another life that would have been me, because I definitely exist on the same type of personality spectrum as him. It's not like I'm wholly different from that guy. I'm not some Giga Chad, believe it or not. But also, because of that, I look at my previous self, the previous stages of my life, and I was just like, oh man. I'm thankful that I'm not that anymore, basically. Because even though I'm not watching every single anime anymore, and I'm not keeping up with every single video game, and I'm not hyper tuned into every single bit of news, having a real life outside of this stuff is much more fulfilling. Which is why, like, and not to go all the way back to what we were talking about like an hour ago. One, I want to change the SFO name because I'm not that guy anymore. You know, I'm not the hyper autistic anime nerd that we had named the channel after way back in the day. Though to be fair, I didn't come onto the channel till episode 3 of the anime review show. But still. And two, when I see people who are like fucking losing it at me, and a lot of them are just VTuber simps, full on VTuber simps, I'm just like, dude, I was where you are. I'm glad I'm not you anymore. And the amount of shade you can throw my way is pretty limited, you know? Become short fat Dev. Rebranding is a mistake. I mean, maybe. Like, people who just like take their channel and they just change the name, they immediately start losing subs. Because what they've done is now everyone who thinks that they're going to be one brand, they're like, oh, what's this channel I've subbed to? This is bullshit. And they unsub from it, right? However, what often happens is people who do successful rebrands, what they'll do is they'll like change the channel URL, but not the channel name. And then maybe a few months later, they'll change like the channel name to be new name in bracket, like formerly old name, something like that. And then maybe like 6 months out or 9 months out or something, maybe a year out, they'll finally do the full flip over to the new name. That's probably the best way to do it. Doing it all at once is just like jarring to people, and it definitely makes people unsub. However, here's the thing: like I've heard people ever since 2016, man. Ever since like 2016, I've heard people regularly say, "Oh my god, your videos are great. I just haven't subbed to you because your channel name," or "I can't believe I hadn't subbed to you sooner because your channel name." Or some people said, "I try to get my friends to watch your videos, but they won't because your channel name." You know what I mean? So I'm just sitting here thinking like, I think I've got to change it. Yeah. Short fat taco. I mean, it's dumb, Tidge, but there is like there's a real argument here of like how should brands work, right? I mean, yes, we've been yapping for an hour and a half. Haven't you guys enjoyed the yapping? Because I have. Short, fat, dishonest traitor. As for the new name, I don't know. Something with dev in it. And frankly, something that's probably a pun, because I love puns, you know? I'm a real punster, so it'll be dev something or something dev. Dev will be part of it. And then maybe we'll just like, Dev says Desu. The Devstroyer. Oh man, speaking of Rev says Desu, he was one of those guys who was like, who was like mutuals with me and friendly until like the drama, you know. And I think he not only did he unfollow me, he made me unfollow him on Twitter. You're like, oh okay, dude. I'm not sure how much Rev knows about me. I'm not sure how much he cares to know, to be honest. I like his videos, but whatever. It's one of those things where I don't know enough to care one way or the other. His videos are still good. How do you make someone unfollow them? There's like a selection you can do. You can like click on them and then be like go down to a thing and it says make this person unfollow you. Then you can like click it. Rev's a drama channel. Yeah, but it's a good drama. He's a good drama channel, man. Listen, I'm always gonna find it weird when like clearly masculine male man person uses lolly girl avatar. All right, that's weird. Okay, you're not like pretending to be a girl. You're not a trap. You're not a trans. You're just a dude with a girl avatar making no effort whatsoever to hide your voice. It's a bit strange. It's a bit strange. That's weird unless I do it. Here's the thing, Arpra. I clearly do it as a joke, right? I don't do it as a brand. Exactly, Soder. I don't do it as a brand, okay? I do it as a joke. I'm actually a femboy and I don't use anime girl PFPs. What do I think of Rev? I like his videos. Good guy, you know. No problems with him. Like Kibbs, kind of like Kibbs, yeah. But he at least got paid for it though. Tidge, you don't think it's weird because you're a crossdresser? Willison, $5. Name idea. You go into autistic detail about subjects, and you take on devil's advocate. How you found the truth? You're the devil in the details. That's funny. Devil in the details, or devil's advocate. Hilden, Dev is my real name, my IRL name. Lives in Dev's walls, $2. Pear Devil, like Daredevil, but your body shape. Dev in the details. Yeah, that's for real, man. That is. I really am, Hilden. I really am. My real name is Dev. Yeah. Undivided attention. An acronym for Dev. Diaper Enjoy Vegan. Fuck. Wait, the channel should just be called Dev's channel? I don't know about that one, dude. Editor Dave's side gig. Only Dev would think girl avatar was weirder than being trans. No, it makes sense because at least with if you're trans, you're like, and you're open about it, you're at least like authentic. There's something there. It's like, oh, I have this mental disorder, and so I'm trans, and so here's what's going on. Okay, I get it. But it's like, okay, why are you an anime lolly? Do you want to be one in real life? No. Well, why are you one? Because why not? It's like, okay, dude. You can do that, by the way. Complete freedom. You have fun. I just find it weird. I'm not someone who's sitting here being like, this is degenerate and you can't do that shit and it's weird. No, I'm not saying anything like that, all right? I'm not some weirdo who wants you to stop. I just think it's a little bit strange, but, you have fun, dude. Yeah, Vitek. That's some old lore. Jesus. Have you seen Ben Saint's 16-hour-long monolith video on all of Lego's Bionicle lore? That sounds fucking autistic. I don't want to watch that. What about just joining SFO? You can keep the name, but outsiders wouldn't know what it means. The issue with SFO, just as that, is that SFO is what is it? It's the call sign for the San Francisco airport. So when you search SFO, you get a whole bunch of shit on San Francisco and nothing about me. So it's not going to work. Just found it on Kiwi Farms. Yeah, Kiwi Farms is full of nonsense that isn't true, man. I know you have a lot on your plate. Would you ever make a video about the Israeli-Palestine conflict? I actually had a video of that was in the works, like the first couple months after that terrorist attack happened last year. Then it completely fell by the wayside. I just moved on to the projects. It didn't hold my attention. Which, I mean, I could probably go back and set it up now, honestly. Now that I've like gained a bit more in terms of positive work building habits. Hey, Blonde. There's a college in New York called the City University of New York, or the Cunny. Oh my fucking god. No, Kiwi Farms isn't right about me. There's a lot of bullshit in there. Like, I know there's the old camera lady lore, but like, there's videos of us together, right? There's pictures of us together. It's so dumb. The idea that like she's just completely made up is just fucking retarded. It's been retarded since before Medicare made the claim back in like 2018. It's so stupid. Turn Dev into an acronym? Yeah, maybe. It's always possible, right? I literally have a video of Dev and Camera Lady on the couch together bookmarked because idiots used to say you're the same person so often. Next video, it'll be a TikTok video. Butter's putting it out tomorrow. Next actual video is coming out probably in like the next week or so. So here's the Medicare story, I guess. Peak Medicare drama was him spurging out over Arch having a Jim's Docs folder on his bookmarks. That was me who had that on the bookmarks, by the way. Here's the Medicare drama, okay? It would have been 2018, I think. 2018-ish. And Sargon and Medicare had some sort of beef. And I don't remember, at this point, I don't remember what it was about. They had a beef. They were going back and forth. Actually, no. Medicare was attacking Sargon. Sargon was ignoring it. He just didn't give a shit. He was working on his own stuff. But something was happening between those two, and I don't remember anymore. If you had like asked me maybe a couple years ago, I probably would have remembered. but I think I've lost that memory to time at this point. It's gone. They had some beef that was going on, and like the other people in Sargon's private server, we were all laughing at like how Metokur was basically spurging out and being very conspiratorial and very like suspicious and just paranoid about Sargon's coming to get me, dude. So Metokur was taking it very serious, and Sargon was just ignoring the whole thing. At the same time, though, the JF Garapi stuff dropped with the potato girlfriend and the court documents. So Scrump and I did a stream on that where we read over the court documents and we laughed at it because it was like spurgy and funny. And then in that stream, I made an offhanded comment where I said, "This stuff is absolutely hilarious. This is like drama comedy gold. This is 100% the stuff that a channel like Metokur's would cover. But he's not going to cover it." And I made the claim, I think it's because he knows his audience is right wing. And so he will not cover another like alt-right type of person like JF Garapi and his personal drama, even though this kind of weird, cringy, hilarious stuff is 100% up Metokur's alley, right? If some leftoid had the JF lore, Metokur would cover that fucking instantly. So I made the claim basically that Metokur's not going to cover this, and for partisan reasons, basically. That got back to Jim, and he thought that this was Sargon launching an attack on him through me. Hold on. Yeah, so Jim thought that this was Sargon launching an attack through me, using me as the capo, right? This is where like, you know, Sargon as the Godfather or the Soy Father and like his capos, like that meme came about. Yeah, Don Carlos and his capos. Yeah. He was all, this is for you, Justin. I'm not completely, yeah, exactly, right? So he thought that this was like me and Scrump like making this offhanded comment on our show. He thought this was Sargon launching an attack against him, and then like V at the same time was like making some was making some offhanded comments, and like he thought that like, you know, he thought V was in on it, and I think Arch did something too. Yeah, Arch did something as well. And like to be fair, in our private Discord, we were like laughing because we all knew that we weren't actually going to do anything, but we also knew that Metokur was he was paranoid enough to think that this actually was something. And we were just like, look at him lose it. Like, he's a fucking retard. None of us are actually doing anything here. This is not going to escalate. But he was like losing it, and he was going wild. Which then eventually culminated in Jim doing, yes, Metokur saw Carl behind every shadow. Yeah, exactly. Jim did a giant stream on Sargon and everyone and all of his orbiters. And then Sargon did a giant stream on Jim. And that basically like ended the feud at that point. And from what I understand, like everything's buried now. Like no one cares anymore. This is like 6-year-old lore at this point. No one gives a shit. There's no hard feelings from Sargon to Metokur. There's no hard feelings from Metokur to Sargon. I have no hard feelings towards anyone. Like it's over, basically. Yeah, Sargon's audio was off for 40 minutes. What a fucking boomer moment, dude. Oh my god. But basically, in Jim's stream, Jim put together this package of lore on me. And he made the claim, the only real claim he made against me was that Nicole, camera lady, was made up. Was not a real person. Despite you know, as Drybread said, there's videos and pictures of us out there in the same fucking room, right? But Jim basically put forward this story that she was fake. And like I think he somehow got like her Skype logs of stuff. Like she was saying weird shit with people, and that honestly that kind of tracks. She was kind of a weird person, but like at the end of his segment, he openly said to his audience, "This is all funny and cringe and weird, but I have no proof that Camera Lady is Dev. It's funny if this is true, but I have no proof of it." He outright admitted it. And yet, that became the narrative. At least on Kiwi Farms, it became the narrative. It didn't really become the narrative anywhere else, but it became the narrative on Kiwi Farms, which is why it's repeated over and over and over and over and over again. He was leaning in the meme of fake girlfriend in Canada. I mean, kinda, yeah. See you later, Sean. Have fun, dude. Have fun, man. You mean all I need to turn any woman is Scarlett Johansson's knuckles? I don't recall that. That's fucking funny, though. No, yeah. So Dry Bread. Yeah, I literally found Dev through Camera Lady streaming with him. I knew from the start she was real, so it blew my mind when I saw those claims. Yeah, and I think Dry Bread, you knew her before you knew me, and yeah, she was a weirdo. She was definitely a weirdo. Weekly Sips, the Weekly Sips, they're going up on the Devon Friends channel. I'm using Devon Friends Basic as a stream archive. Yeah. What happened to her? She moved out west. Yeah. She moved out west, dude. I think like around 2016-ish. She decided to go off and get, I think, her PhD. So she went out to a university on the West Coast, and she stayed there. From what I understand, at this point, I think she got married and had a kid. Well, she didn't have a kid because she got married to someone who already had a child and then adopted, kind of thing. And from what I understand, she works in academia, so she wants to basically completely divorce herself from any drama happening back here. And fair enough, you know. Dr. Cameron. It's one of those things where I think she's afraid of getting basically getting canceled and driven out because Canadian academia is rough, you know. So anyway, yeah, that was that story. I'm sure you've also all heard that lore before. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of that was no problem, Video Synth. That's where all that stuff came from, basically. She became a doctor and married. Is she Ben Shapiro's legendary doctor wife? I mean, she got married to another woman. Like from what I understand, she's a gold star lesbian. So. Oh, blonde for $1. I'm a janitor at a community college in California. I walk through the offices and I see nothing but woke books everywhere. So I can see why she did that. Can I take pictures of them for you? Yes, I do want to see. Yeah, send it over. ARPRA, I'm not giving any more details. No, we still haven't talked about articles yet, man. I'm just hanging out and talking with you guys. Like, I don't know. I know this started as an articles show, but do you guys really only want the articles and you don't want to have like the I hang out with you guys and rap, and rap and yap? Because I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy taking questions from the chat, and Stardust likes to hang out in the beginning too. Yeah, not for an hour. Fair enough. It's been two. The pre-stream is better than the actual content of the stream. Hanging out is the best part. 30 minutes, then articles. Yeah, sorry about it going longer. Oh, also, I guess right. Okay. Part of the Medicare thing is that a lot of people still definitely like a lot of old Medicare fans still view that old drama between Medicare and Sargon as relevant, right? So, for example, Pippa Pipkin was definitely someone who, for a long time, was like wary on Sargon, and whenever asked, she'd be like, "Oh, it's because of the Medicare drama from like 5 fucking years ago." It's like, oh, okay. And I know some of the people that I've met through Lumi, they definitely view that old drama as being relevant as to why they don't trust me, right? Lumi didn't know any of it, so she was like, "What?" And then her two co-hosts, Mizu and Akko, I like both of them. They're both nice people, but Mizu doesn't like me because of the old days, from what I understand, and Akko basically like had to hang around a bit and be a bit convinced and be like, "Oh, okay, you're not that person," you know. The Medicare crowd didn't disappear, and they definitely were drawn into the anime Avatar girl craze. Oh, 100%. That is where they went, right? You know, Medicare is slowly clocking out due to the cancer thing. Alka was just in chat. Yes, hope she's still here. Yeah, Medicare is slowly clocking out due to the cancer thing, and a lot of his fans kind of moved into like the anime oriented right wing of the internet, right? Where politically, like aesthetically, they're very much like into anime stuff, into VTubers, into video games, but politically, they're much more right leaning than I am. Is the cancer thing 100% for sure real? I mean, Medicare is not above lying. He's done tons of ops in the past, but he has provided a whole bunch of like documents and like things from the hospital. It could have all been faked or whatever, but it also could very well be true. I think it's more likely than not that Medicare is telling the truth. He does have a non-reliable personality type, but I think he's more likely telling the truth. He's staying 2 steps ahead, Dev. Maybe so. But yeah, like in terms of the drama, it's all dead and buried at this point. Regardless of what nonsense we were doing back in the day, I have no ill will towards Jim. I hope he gets better. And I know Sargon feels the same way, and so does everyone else. You know, it's all just old and dumb. But every once in a while, it comes back up from some people. Someone's gonna see this moment in the stream and conclude that Dev claimed Jim's lying about his cancer. Yeah, fucking probably. Fucking Clippers, dude. Wait, Dev became the thing he had. What are you fucking talking about? Fuck you. Yeah, water under the bridge, basically. Water under the bridge. But yeah, like, does anyone clip you? Sometimes they do. Oh, I've seen some clips. I've seen some clips going around for sure. I'm creating that narrative right now, based how I feel when spreading misinformation. But yeah, I think that's why Sargon and a lot of his older orbiters kind of basically started with negative reputation with some of these VTuber types that we talked about at the start, and how it's only gone downhill from there. Especially because, at least in part, I sometimes stir up shit for fun. It's not all of that, but it's definitely like 10% that. You know what I mean? Tidge face plants. You shit post too hard. Yeah. Well, this is what I mean though, right? Is like when it when like what's a great way to put it? When I first learned of Kirsch, and I was just kind of idling in her Twitch chat watching, and like I just like chatted a little bit as like a regular chatter. Her entire chat like exploded on me instantly for being a Sargon spy, and it was over the old Medicare drama, right? I'm just sitting here thinking like, this is ridiculous, guys. Like, what the fuck? This is you guys are way too terminally online, right? And that's where things began, basically. That's where everything began, is that I was just kind of there. And then after that stream, Kirsch made like a private Discord room where only her and I could talk, but the entire Discord could watch. And then she interrogated me about my YouTube history for like 3 or 4 hours. And this was before I started the Dev Backbone arc, because I was like, if this were during the Dev Backbone arc, I would have been like, fuck you, you're retarded. This is fucking stupid. You aren't worth it. And I would have left. But in the pre-Dev Backbone arc, I was like, well, I understand that she has some concerns, and it's old lore, but she doesn't know, and maybe I can explain it to her. Maybe things will be fine. Maybe this could be chill because everyone says she's cool, and like maybe we could be pals. There was that sort of thing, right? So I did this. I did the fucking Maoist struggle session, and if you think I'm making this up, she says that this happened in her document on me. She says this. She admits that it happened. So it's not like you gotta take my word for it. Ant Demo, $5. Thank you, man. I just woke up and wondered, what are your thoughts on Australia's social media ban? I didn't know that there was a social media ban. Does Australia have one? Oh wow, I didn't know that, dude. Crazy. So after that whole thing, when you're so conservative, you're a Maoist. After the struggle session, she was like, okay. She basically said, listen, VTubing is a very optics focused industry. Woke people will come after me. I need to be like kind of optically, clean, because I talk about woke stuff, but VTubing's very left wing, so I got to be like chill. So I can't hang out with you. And I was like, that's completely fine. I understand. So I walked, right? And then a few months later, Kirsch went on the Archcast. And so I messaged her and I was like, listen, you know that I'm a co-host on the Archcast, right? And you said that you can't associate, and I understand, but I'm a co-host. So like, you okay with this? And she said, yeah, I'm okay with this. I said, okay. And actually, that part was left out of her document until I posted it on Twitter, and then it was silently added in. Oops. She pretended in the document initially. I have the revisions saved, just in case I need them. But she pretended in the document initially that it had been like pulled on her at last minute. That, oh shit, I didn't know Dev was gonna be there. But no, I had it saved. And then the issue is that like somebody else dropped a document on Kirsch like 1 or 2 days after the Archcast, and it was someone who was very far left and who was very pissed about Kirsch associating with Arch, because Arch has that like edgy kind of Nazi history. Everyone called him a Nazi back in like 2017. And Kirsch assumed that was DragonFat, and therefore assumed that was me. And that's where all the drama started, is that someone dropped this document. Someone dropped it to Nuxtaku, actually, who refused to talk about it. But Kirsch assumed that it was DragonFat, and then assumed that it was me, because I apparently control DragonFat. So like, it's fucking insanity. However, no one actually read the 300-page fucking document. They just trusted the person they simp for, because that's how this shit works. Wait, I read your chat. I read your super chat, Zab11. Oh no, I didn't watch this one. Sorry. $5. Dev entering Canadian forest industry. I can tell you firsthand, people are panicking about tariffs on lumber and forest product exports. Oh, I know, dude. I grew up in a forest town, a forestry town. I know what you're talking about. My parents both worked. It was one of those small one industry towns, and the one industry was a forestry industry, and my parents both worked at like the one mill, you know. I heard that all of this actually stemmed from Spooky. Some of it did, and I think some of it actually did stem from Dragonfat. Yeah. The issue is that after so here's the thing. The Kirsch stuff dies down, right? The documents dropped. I get fucking blasted on social media, but like life moves on, everything moves on. The issue is that like 2 months later, all right, Dragonfat has a completely different, separate blow up in a completely separate community unrelated to Kirsch. And this blow up leads to Dragonfat getting doxxed and all of their gay ops coming out. And they actually basically were doing a bunch of shit to Kirsch that I didn't know about, as well as a bunch of shit to a whole bunch of other YouTubers that I didn't know about. And so after the doxing, Dragonfat just basically left the internet. Just like fucking out, pieced, gone. And I was like, well, I guess that's that. But I didn't know any of this shit, right? And now, like, looking back at it, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear that Kirsch made the document and put things on me because basically I have a channel and I have a platform and I have a name. And no one knows who the fuck Dragonfat Deposits is. It's just some random, right? No one really knows who Spooky is, right? Just some fucking random. But I have like a medium-sized channel. So you put my name in it, even though I'm fucking unrelated. And that's views. That's clicks. Yeah, Dragonfat was a mod, yeah. But I frankly don't care. Because none of what they were doing was happening on my server or like in any of my spaces, not in my streams, not on my Discord server, not in the comments of my videos, not in like any website that I might have owned. Like anything that was happening was outside of my influence. Spooky was doxing Kirsch. Jesus, I haven't heard this part of the story. Do you have proof of that, Schnitzel? I know Spooky didn't like Kirsch because Kirsch rejected a collab with him. But I didn't know that Spooky was actually like Spooky had actually successfully doxed Kirsch. I know someone on Kiwi Farms did. But Jesus. Maybe you should send me this stuff, Schnitzel, if this is all new information. Damn. I mean, I cut Spooky off as well. Just because Spooky had been getting weirder and weirder and weirder over time. Like, so. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess that's that. You lost those DMs of Dragonfat. Rip. R.I.P. We did the Borderlands playthrough where it was like me and Naomi, Spooky, Willison, and Denziel, right? And afterward, Naomi would always be like, I don't like Spooky. He's kind of fucking weird. Denziel's fine. Not Willison. Menoris, right? Menoris is fine. And Denziel's fine. They're both good guys. But Spooky he's fucking weird. And he got weirder over the course of that playthrough. And I had to tell him to like rein it in a couple times. Yeah, sorry, not you, Willison. It was Menoris. Sorry. But after the Borderlands 2 playthrough, Naomi was like, I don't want to do Borderlands 3 or any other game with Spooky. And I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. Because he was getting weirder as the years went on. I knew him for a couple of years, and he was getting like he was quirky femboy, and then became like white nationalist. I was just like, okay, dude, all right, sure. Yeah, he's been radicalized a lot, a whole bunch. He is. I think he's full on like he's in the anti-democracy camp now, like the America should have an emperor kind of thing. Femboy to Nick Fuentes pipeline. No, Yiz was the other femboy to white nationalist pipeline person. There's several of them, okay? Yeah, Spooky thinks the Jews control the world. Yeah, what a fucking weirdo. A lot of people that Dev seems to know has changed. Meanwhile, Dev himself hasn't changed that much. Yeah, pretty much exactly. That's been the source of a lot of my problems, Valmitic. Yeah. Like, Scrump changed hard fucking core. Hard fucking core, too. Nazi femboy was he in Helsing Ultimate? Oh my god. Good times, guys. Good times. Listen, it's been like 2 hours, and I've just been talking about old lore and like kind of recapping old stories. Are you guys okay with this? I feel like old Uncle Dev's like, gather around. I'm gonna read you all a story. Articles. You know what? Give me a second. Poll regarding articles. Go. No, I've got it going on YouTube. It's okay. Yeah, so like 3/4 of you are here for the articles, and only 1/4 of you is here for me yapping. So I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. My bad. Here. Oh, Blonde's bit chat. I think for a lot of Trump's tariffs, they're a bit of bluff to scare world leaders to fall in line. And if that's true, good. Europe should be forced to adopt free speech. Mexico needs to do shit about cartels, and some countries need to stop uncompetitive practices and leeching off of us. Fair enough. I understand. I don't necessarily agree, but fair enough. I get it. Here. I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be back in like 1 minute, okay? BRB. I'm back. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Wait, my server's having a civil war. Why is my server having a civil war? Why the server civil war? What's going on? Is it in Symposium? Join the Christmas Civil War and Dev server. Oh, Christmas lovers versus Grinches. Oh, nice. That's funny, dude. Okay, there's no real civil war. Fuck you guys. Yeah, general chat in the server's kind of wild, you know? I do hang out in Symposium sometimes. I gotta give something to the to the people who pay for it. I mean, I think we've now covered and recovered and recovered all the dev old lore. Is that it? So Kirsch was right when she came to you that a mod of yours was harassing her. I get that you were personally involved. That you weren't I was not personally involved, Sithar. So yeah, here's the thing. I even said like, hey, do you want me to ban this mod for you? I even like floated that with her, with Kirsch. And she gave a weird answer. She did the whole like, no, I don't want you to do that thing, but I clearly want you to do that. Like I want you to come to it yourself and not have me ask for it. That sort of thing. And I was like, okay, listen, like man, I already don't play these sort of games with my actual girlfriend. I'm not doing it with a random e-girl, okay? I'm not doing it with a fucking random e-girl. Yeah, the woman answered, yeah. But it's one of those things where I was like, listen, if you have proof of it happening on my server, I'll deal with it. And I even talked to DragonFat. I was like, can you fucking chill out? And DragonFat said that they would. They didn't, but they said that they would. But it wasn't happening on my server. It was happening on DragonFat's server, right? It was happening in DMs that DragonFat was having with Spooky and other people, right? If it was happening in any of my community areas, I would have acted on it. But I have a principle, and the principle is I do not ban people for things they do outside of my spaces, right? And I adopted that principle when I saw Sargon get banned off of Patreon for shit that he said, not even on Patreon, not even on his YouTube channel, but as a guest on someone else's channel. And I said, I'm never going to be as big as Patreon, obviously. But I hate this tendency towards regulating people's off-platform behavior. I think it's tyrannical. I think it's bullshit. And I'm not going to do it myself. So the demand was basically that I needed to disavow people and remove them from my community for things they were not doing. They were doing outside of my community. Okay? And I said, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. Which is why I think that, like, despite Kirsch not being a leftist, this entire how this whole thing played out is very lefty. It's very fucking lefty. Lots of purity spiraling, lots of cancel culture bullshit, lots of you must reject this person to remain good, lots of bullshit like that. And I just like I'm just not going to be fucking part of it. Yeah, the woke right. It's this. Yeah, of course it is the fucking woke right. Oh, we got to hydrate. Thank you. Wait, Arch is talking to Adam something? What do you mean? Arafat, what are you talking about? If one of your users/members tries to approach minors off your platform, I am sure you would not let them stay in your server or community. I'm not sure. I would want it reported to the police because the proper domain for that's the courts. But like, if they're not doing it in my space, I just don't fucking care. Hold on a second. I do want to see what Arch. Oh yeah, Arch is doing the Adam something thing. Right. Okay. Maybe I'll rate him after we're done. It's always good to rate Arch. Arch is a good guy. If I knew for sure that someone on my server was trying to diddle kids, then I'd ban them like 100%. Yeah, but like off your server though. Hey Dev, what's up? Hey Holznader, what's up? Like if none of it was happening in your spaces, it just, I don't know. It feels wrong to me. It's like a jurisdiction thing, you know. Like if someone does something bad somewhere else, why am I responsible for this? And the answer is just I'm not. Dev had to leave to piss because UP doesn't know how people to pee by dappers on stream. Fuck you. That was supposed to be a softball. Listen, I'm talking about principles here, buddy. No, I'm gonna get your hand. Yeah, because like, yeah, like if someone shot a puppy, would Dev ban them? Like you start to hit if you start to ban people for things they've done outside your community, you start to hit these moments where it's like, okay, now that we've opened the door, now we are going to ban people for things that happen outside your community. So where's the line drawn? All right. Do we ban puppy shooters? I don't know. Maybe. Do we ban people who run gay ops in other communities completely far away from yours? I don't know. To me, I feel like to be banned from a community, you have to break the rules of that community. You know what I mean? For crimes, I think it's okay. Yeah, but even then, like if someone's a petty thief, you know, they shoplifted, right? They shoplifted from a grocery store, brought some food home. Are you banning them? DUI banned? Ban the pores. Ban all the pores. What if it was a mod? I don't know, man. They were a mod and a semi-friend of yours. No, I know that, but still, the logic still applies. The logic still applies, in my opinion. Like, I'm not going to police what any of my mods do in other people's communities, right? Like, if one of my current mods turns around and is like, hey, so I'm running gay ops over in like some, I don't know, some other YouTubers community, I'll be like, well, you're retarded, but okay, I don't care. Don't bring it to my don't bring it to me. All right, go away. I don't want to be stuck fucking dealing with everyone. I don't want to be stuck dealing with everyone's skeletons in their closet. It's just none of my business. Naxalis says, I'm running gay ops in some other YouTubers community, just so you know. Dev confirmed NIMBY? Yeah, basically. Not in my fucking backyard. Yep, that's how I view it. That's your problem kind of deal. Yeah. If my mods are making a problem in your community, go fucking deal with them yourself. None of my business. Actually, I think that's a good way. I think that's a good way to phrase it. People are confusing banning somebody from a community and dealing justice. Banning somebody off a community is logistical. You're not dealing some sort of justice. I think that's true. Yeah, because you're banning someone who broke the rules, and so they're disrupting your community. But you're not like enacting justice here. Justice is for the legal system. You're simply like cleaning out the riffraff, basically. Even then, Ethan Rogers, like I'm not. I don't take responsibility for my friends' actions. No, I don't. I just don't agree with that. Okay. Articles, guys? Do you want to? I think you do. Let's talk about them. Gay ops is one of those bucket terms that people use to make something sound worse than it actually is. So, gay ops can include doxing, It can include internet and IRL harassment, but it can also include having a sock puppet account in someone's private Discord and just kind of recording what they're saying in their public chat rooms, right? Gay ops just means messing around, getting information. It's a word with a wide definition, all right? Because you can say, when someone is just spying on you in your Discord, you can say the word gay ops and give it the same moral weight as someone doxing you, even though there's a big gap between those two things. That's why people who are disingenuous use the term gay ops. And yeah, the gay ops was born on the original Metokur. Yeah. No, not Ethan Ralph. It was coined by Metokur way back in the day, before Gamergate, way before anything. 100 bits. The people say, Dev, Naomi committed the genocide and murdered countless men and women, children in Rwanda. Dev says, okay, well, she didn't do that while we were dating. Giga Chad. Yes. Based. I do think the issue was one of communication and you coming as not caring is happening as opposed to not involved, not wanting to leave stuff outside your server. I mean, on some level, I didn't care that it was happening. Like, I think I would have had more of an emotional reaction to it had the fucking Maoist struggle session not happened on Kirsch's server. But it happened, and I didn't care, and I was like, listen, deal with it yourself. Gay ops implies the existence of straight ops. Nice. Nice, dude. Okay, give me a second here. All right. Let's go. The what? I talked about it earlier, man. Anyway, I think that's all the dramas. All the dramas have now been covered, I think. So I think we're good. I can't think of anything else that might be relevant. We've gone over so much deep lore today. I feel like I'll just start I'll start looping if we keep digging. Oh well. Can't think of it. Doesn't matter. Let's roll. And thanks for being here, everyone. You guys are the best. Thank you. It's the spooky bit. I think he was just motivated by not getting the crossover he wanted with an e-girl he was simping for. I think that's all it was. Oh, and by the way, like most of the blowback that I got was because simps. It's as simple as that. As simple as that, dude. Ain't no one read a fucking 300-page schizo document. Okay, let's read this. The Black Market Black Friday. What? Real Holtzner, $5. Straight ops is positively participating in the community. This is because being straight is morally superior. Nice. Black Market Black Friday. What $20 gets you at the 16th Street BART Plaza? Much of it might be stolen, but it's possible to start your holiday shopping on the sidewalk. Okay, so listen, guys. San Francisco, your stuff gets stolen. It gets sold in the black market. Black Friday sale. Look at all the shoplifted goods you can buy in the street. Black Friday is a ghost of its former self. The orgy of Walmart tramplings and riot-adjacent runs and major appliances appear to have gone the way of the plasma TV. Amid a wave of big box bankruptcies and a growing distaste for aggressive crowds swiping KitchenAids from each other's carts. Retail may be struggling, but the thirst for deals is eternal. Especially at BART Plaza, where unlicensed vendors sell all manner of stuff for cheap. It's not always pretty. While some folks sell homemade handicrafts and enterprising home cooks hawk empanadas, it's likely the vast majority of what you buy is stolen. But many people there, buyers and sellers alike, struggle to make ends meet. They're facing city crackdowns, threats, and exploitation. So I spent Black Friday outside the 16th Street station buying from vendors and getting to know their stories. So, the philosophical Candyman. Oh, okay. This guy's name is Gadget. All right, dude. Let's talk to fucking Gadget here. Gadget's demeanor may be nervous, but his approach to his trade is zen. When I ask if he's having a good Black Friday, he says, every day is as good as you make it. Okay. Fair enough. But will he walk away with more cash than a typical Friday? The unhosed, of course he's unhosed, the unhosed San Francisco resident of 2 years shakes his head. I think people are buying less here and more at corporate places. On strong days, he nets between $80 and $120. If it's really busy, he can earn $300. Gadget doesn't like to linger, though. I expect to be in and out of here as fast as possible. Which is to say, before the cops show up. His array of goods may look random, but it's not. The items I acquire or I accumulate are the ones I think will sell immediately, he said. That's the goal. Gadget has a lot of nerds. Prepackaged sweets. Yeah, nerds are a candy, by the way. And gold-foiled Ferrero Rocher chocolates encased in Christmas tree-shaped boxes. These tug at my heartstrings because the woman who lives behind my parents always paid me and my brothers in Ferrero Rochers to shovel her driveway when it snowed. I officially start my holiday shopping by picking up 2 boxes for $5 each. Wow. So this is a friend who's just minding someone else's store. Okay. I'm sure he is. I like your jacket, a woman called out, so I went over and said hello. Her name is Cassie. She lives in the East Bay, and she's just keeping an eye on her friend's merchandise while he buys her a soda and butane for the fentanyl pipe she's holding. The fucking fentanyl pipe. No, she won't let me take her photo, because she has too many outstanding warrants. With items displayed atop a rolling suitcase, Cassie's selection feels more random than Gadget's setup. She has hair clips, colored Papermate pens, Nush gift bags, or the fuck that is, plus a pair of black jar-lifting tongs used for canning. I'm her only customer. How is business on what's supposed to be the busiest day of the year? It's slower than normal, she says. She was hoping to make between $150 and $200. Only after I pay $5 in total for tongs and pens does she confide she's planning to score more stuff tonight. I haven't gone to Marshall's. I haven't gone to Macy's. I'll wait till nighttime for those. Okay, so she's just stealing and reselling things, obviously. Here's the vendor who works in retail. Look at all these makeup products, dude. A 23-year-old named Morgan squatted on the sidewalk doing brisk business selling nail polish. Tinted hydration creams. Abhishek, I'm not doing that, man. I'm just going to do my thing here. Tinted hydration creams and other cosmetics on a broken down cardboard box that had once contained iceberg lettuce. Me personally, I hate makeup, she said. When I pointed out her false lashes, she smiled. Yeah, eyelashes, but makeup's too much. I be sweating, guys. She was born and raised in Oakland. She tucked 5s and 1s into her cleavage while taking puffs off of a joint. I don't do this often, she said, I'm sure. Just so my friend gets some stuff like this. Today's been kind of fast. Right now, she works at a mall in the East Bay, making her the only person I spoke to who works both ends of the retail hustle. She, too, demurred when I asked to take her photo, but I bought 2 4-ounce bottles of Eucerin Daily Lotion with SPF 30 and Walgreens sticker still a fix for $5. Morgan has attempted to apply for one of San Francisco's $471 vending permits, but she didn't get far. It's a really long-ass process, she said. There's more to it than what they make seem. So she just steals a bunch of makeup and then just sells it all. Okay, got it. At the car wash. Oh, dude, the rainbow-colored car wash. Let's see. I biked to the 24th Street BART to check on the vendors there, but a cop car spent the afternoon parked in the plaza, scaring folks off. Not every unlicensed mission entrepreneur works near a station, of course. On nearby Cap Street, the barriers installed to deter sex work have created de facto free parking for residents, and at least one makeshift car wash. Eduardo, I thought this was a girl. Is that a guy? I guess it's a guy. Okay, whatever. Eduardo charges $50 to wash and detail sedans and other smaller cars and $60 for an SUV at the corner of Cap and 20th Streets. On a good day, he says in Spanish, he'll wash 6 cars. But recent rains have cut into the business. By 2 p.m. on Friday, he's only had 1 customer. This is all the stuff he bought. clearly stolen from other grocery stores. I spent $20 from 3 vendors. I decided against a bike wash. And I already know who it's all for. At least 1 box of Ferrero Rocher we put out at a holiday party. The lotion is going to a cycling buddy who, like me, has a permanent tan line on his forehead. I'll probably hang on to the pens, but the canning tongs are destined for a friend in Oakland, whose new house has fruit trees in the yard and who's keen to preserve next year's bounty. Yes, I will tell the recipients where I got this stuff. In the meantime, say what you want about these items' provenance. But the people who sold them were the first 3 people I had said Happy Holidays to this season, and who said it back to me. Yeah, so stealing stuff to resell in an illegal bazaar is fucking insane, dude. Like, California's a shithole, guys. Actual shithole. Yeah, man. Street vendors gonna be tainting it with the fucking Black Plague. Blonde, thank you for the $1. In 2011, I was 12. My aunt and I went to a Walmart on Black Friday, and as we were waiting in line for a camera I wanted, my aunt went to the restroom and someone got shot in the store. I didn't hear it, but when my aunt came back, she just grabbed me and said, I'll buy it for you at full price. She didn't tell me till years later. Oh my god. That's wild. Crazy, dude. Damn. Let's keep going. Oh yeah. Ellen DeGeneres has moved to Great Britain, and she lists the Monaco estate, the place where she lived. She's never coming back to the United States. Well, there we go. See you later. Yeah, Tid, you gotta deal with her now. Ellen DeGeneres and her wife, Portia de Rossi, or Rossi, whatever, have moved to rural England, put their Monatito whatever estate on the market, and they plan to never return to the United States. Telling friends the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation, a person close to the former TV host told The Wrap. Oh yeah, and then her house flooded. That's fucking funny. She sold it, then it flooded. All right, so the incoming Republican administration was the cited catalyst. A fresh start couldn't hurt. DeGeneres has been open about being kicked out of show business after reports of toxic workplace behavior at the syndicated Ellen show in 2022. Oh my god. Didn't you go trans? No, that was Ellen Page. DeGeneres has already moved to the Cotswolds, a rural area in south central England. Adding that her mansion, roughly 90 minutes north of Los Angeles, has been pocket listed or will be listed soon. And yeah, it did flood after the story was published. She bought the property in 2019, and she and De Rossi have made it their primary residence. It wasn't clear what would become of her other Southern California properties. A former spokeswoman for DeGeneres said she no longer represents the comedian since her comedy tour and special have concluded. She recently did a For Your Approval show with Netflix. Okay. She got chickens. She has gardening. Yep. Don't care. Okay. All right. Not much to it. Just Ellen's decided to move. All right. Peace. No, stop. Come back. Hey, 4D Object, what's up? So, a Quebec man has had 2 healthy fingers amputated to relieve body integrity dysphoria. Here we are. Continue down the rabbit hole of stupidity. Ever since he was a child, he'd had incessant intrusive thoughts about his left hand's 4th and 5th fingers. The sensation that they weren't his. They didn't belong to his body. At night, he'd wake from nightmares that his fingers were burning or rotting. The young Quebec man was so desperate to get rid of his fingers, he contemplated building a small makeshift guillotine. Just chop him with like an axe. Whap. Well, actually, that would be stupid. He couldn't imagine himself living for years to come with those fingers. Instead, a surgeon at his local hospital agreed to an elective amputation and what is being called the first described case of digits amputation for body integrity dysphoria. Oh, God, I fucking hate this shit. Tell me the difference between this story and gender dysphoria. From what I understand, the difference is that people with this disorder, after they lose the offending digits or limb or whatever, they get phantom pains, like any amputee. But people who have legitimate gender dysphoria do not get phantom pains in their lost genitals. That seems to be one big difference. And that points to something different in the brain happening. This actually is not mental illness. It's an individual personal development, discovering their true selves. Fuck, this is so stupid. The Quebec case involved an ambidextrous 20-year-old whose attempts to add a non-invasive relief, including cognitive behavioral therapy, Prozac-like antidepressants, and exposure therapy, only increased his distress. He hides his fingers, he keeps them flexed, leading to impaired dexterity, localized pain, irritability, and anger. He grew more and more determined to find a way to get rid of fingers he considered to be intrusive, foreign, and unwanted. At the end of the day, there is like a rights argument. You know, it's your body, do what you want with it kind of argument, right? But this is still obviously bad. Like, this guy's obviously fucked here. He had contemplated asking a friend to watch over him and be prepared to call emergency services in case his attempt led to a need for resuscitation. After undergoing elective amputation, the nightmares and emotional distress immediately stopped. The post-op pain resolved within a week. There was no phantom pain at 1 month follow-up. Without the two missing fingers, he was able to pursue the life he envisioned as a complete human being without those two fingers bothering him. Damn. So no phantom pain means this might have been the right thing to do. You know? Maybe his brain is just fucked, you know? He won arm wrestling games. He was able to drive his four-wheeler. He was able to work with his hands without any problem. He was less angry. He had constructive life plans. He got along better at work and with his family, and he has no regrets. Bro was oppressed by his own fingers. Skill issue. So yeah, in the late 1990s, a surgeon in Scotland did the same thing with a leg. Yep. Yeah, the medical team. I was thinking this too. The fact that there was only two fingers involved in the Quebec case, as opposed to a complete limb, made the decision to proceed easier for the medical team. Yep. So here's the thing, right? Okay, Artemis sends the exact same super chat. Nice, dude. Thanks, man. So now that we're not talking about phantom limb syndrome anymore, now that that's off the table, this is actually probably less intrusive than the gender dysphoria stuff. Because as they say, it is only two fingers. It's not genital reassignment, right? I mean, if there was no other treatment for his mental condition, this is probably the right thing to do. As weird as it is, you know? Yep. He's living a life free from distressing preoccupations about his fingers, with all of his symptoms related to BID resolved. Now, I don't like here's the thing. I don't like how they fucking word it here. The amputation enabled him to live in an alignment with his perceived identity. Like, fuck your identity, dude. What matters is that your brain's not working. And if you can't fix your brain, you got to fix your body somehow. I don't think mutilating people with issues is a great idea. Yeah, but like, what do you do here, though, Arpra? If this is the only thing that worked, what do you do? $5. If it improves their quality of life, allows them to better integrate into society, and doesn't harm other people, why would this be a problem, chat? Yeah, exactly. That's my view, too. Yeah. That's my view, too. Yeah. Now he has just enough fingers to give one the shocker. Fuck. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, guys. Kelly Marie Tran comes out as queer. I've never truly felt this accepted before. Oh my god. The Star Wars actress. Her career is floundering after the failure of Star Wars. How do you make it relevant again? Just come out of the closet as something or other. Kelly Marie Tran. Tran wasn't the name. Yeah, Rose Tico. Kelly Marie Tran came out as queer in an interview with Vanity Fair published on Friday. I haven't said this publicly, but I'm a queer person. Oh my god. So what makes you queer exactly? Okay, let's see. She's playing a lesbian in her next role. Okay. She says the thing that really excited me about this movie was I got to play a person I feel like I knew. I don't feel like I'm acting at all in this movie. I'm here doing this amazing movie with these amazing people. I've never been in a queer space before. I've never truly felt this accepted before. Okay, but like, so are you a lesbian then? Because the character you're playing is a lesbian. I assume you're making it with girls. So you're a lesbian. You're not queer? Okay, hold on. It's the remake of this is a remake, by the way, of a 1993 movie, and they say it's even more queer. Okay, that sounds fucking terrible. Wait, Tran was the first non-white woman to have a leading role in a Star Wars movie, and she was so heavily targeted online by racist trolls that she eventually deleted her social media accounts. But when you say, okay, their words seem to confirm what growing up as a woman and as a person of color already taught me, that I belonged in margins and spaces, valid only as a minor character in lives and stories. Okay, but how are you queer? Like, how are you not just a lesbian? Where's the queer part? What is queer about you? Fucking hell, dude. Artemis Fowl, $5, because attention seekers and gullible idiots will elect it to get the procedure. Obviously, we have seen the rise of trenders in the trans crowd already. No, I agree with that. I understand. Like, but I don't. I think that argument doesn't work, Artemis. This is the same argument as, you know how they say, like, libertarians say this all the time. They say that you should not ban steak just because a baby can't eat steak because an adult can. It's something like that. This is the same argument, right? Like, we should not ban a thing that is appropriate for one group of people just because it's not appropriate for another group of people. You know, like, should we ban chemotherapy because you have a bunch of weirdos who are like doing homemade chemo? Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? Overwhelmingly right now, trans trenders are FTMs, not MTFs. Yeah, this is just like what's going on here. Like, how are you queer? I don't get it. Okay, you're playing a movie where you kiss a girl. Cool. I might even fap to it, dude. But like, where's the queerness? I don't get it. Okay. Adidas bans the number 44 on German soccer jerseys over concerns it resembles the Nazi symbol. Oh, dude. Really? Just straight up two of the Nazi runes? Really? Adidas has barred German fans from customizing soccer jerseys with the number 44 after concerns that figures resembled the World War II era Nazi SS symbol. So this is the 4 in this font, and it looks like the 2 lightning bolt runes for the SS. Yep. So you can order a jersey from Adidas, customize a number on it. If you put in 44, it looks like a Nazi symbol. That's a big oops. That's a big oops, dude. That's funny, though, but it's a big oops. A Danish woman says that she won't shave a mustache or trim her unibrow just to land a man. Oh my. That's a bad roll of the dice, lady. You might need to work on that. Ugh, that's bad. And here's the thing, like, if you can like use your imagination to like in your mind airbrush away the big unibrow and the mustache, she's not bad looking. She's like okay, you know? You just gotta like, I don't know, get LASIK, or it's not LASIK, that's for your eyes. Just laser that shit off. Okay. Let's see. A 31-year... Oh, hold on. Something just crashed. She's taking me to her cave. No! You got clobbered over the head. You're being carried away. A 31-year-old Danish tutor from Copenhagen has a message for potential suitors. Take this tweezer and shove it. She's fed up with what she says are ridiculous beauty standards imposed on women. Yeah, see, here she is without it. She looks just fine, dude. So she ditched the tweezer back in March of 2020. She said she was just as feminine with the hair there. Not all men complimented her. She had to cope with a guy yelling, "Pluck that," or staring at her eyebrows like she had a third head. But to her, it's positive. This going out au naturel is a way to weed out the bad apples among prospective boyfriends. Before I let my unibrow grow out, I did feel like there were extremely limited options to how women were supposed to look. If a man doesn't shave, doesn't pluck his eyebrows, no one notices or comments. And it's nothing out of the ordinary. Oh. Freed from fussy personal grooming, she said she can focus on the tasks and goals that I need to have done, less than how I appear while doing them. If this takes you like 10 minutes to clean up, like it's not a big deal, dude. That's wild. Like, she's decent looking, and then just... Yep. Oh. Biden delays a menthol ban amid 2024 concerns over black support. That's right. This is from before the election. A 2-year-old proposal to ban menthol cigarettes may be delayed until after the 2024 election, as President Biden weighs a move that could risk eroding his support within the black community. Dude. Okay. The FDA first proposed banning menthols and flavored cigars in April of 2022, but they've missed 2 deadlines for finalizing the rule. The FDA remains committed to issuing the tobacco product standards for menthol and cigarettes and characterizing flavors in cigars as expeditiously as possible. As we've made clear, these product standards remain at the top of our priorities. But some other observers say that other priorities are behind the delay, namely the lack of support for the idea as the election sharpens into view. Biden's menthol ban has received praise from public health advocates, who say it can save hundreds of thousands of lives, and it probably can, to be honest. The tobacco industry is also accused of disproportionately targeting the black community with its marketing of menthol cigarettes. But the issue has divided black community leaders. Oh. The recent Dev drama is just a rehash of the fucking Kier shit from before Velazari. What is it going? Is it people talking about it over on Twitter or some bullshit? All right, just a bunch of retards. Okay. Anyway, so Al Sharpton's come out against the ban, saying it will give police more reason to target black people. Okay, dude, fuck. Okay. Yeah. So 81% of black adult smokers used menthol cigarettes in 2020. It compared to 34% of white adult smokers. Menthol has not killed anyone. It's nicotine. If you're going to ban smoking, don't make it a racist thing. Ban it all or ban none. Yeah. I don't understand why they target menthol specifically. Like, is it worse than just... Is it worse? I don't know. It is funny that, like, Biden here is thinking I can't ban it till after the next election. Might lose the black vote. That's funny. Woman who slept with 30 men in one night to educate virgin students says that parents should thank her. Okay. An adult star who has slept with more than 100 university students and 3 granddads during 2 weekend sex marathons said that parents should be thanking her. Ooh. I don't know about that one, dude. $2 from Satan Gray. Menthol makes smoking easier. Nice. Didn't know that. I don't know anything about smoking, man. It's all news to me. Uh-oh. Come on, internet. Start working. Okay. All right. The adult... So, yeah, Bonnie Blue, 25, bedded hordes of young men after traveling to Nottingham at Trent University Freshers Week. Parents should be thanking me, she said. I'm helping their children out. When I'm sleeping with them, it's educational, and they walk away with such confidence. Bonnie's parents are supportive of her endeavors. My mom went around the day before Freshers started, handing out flyers and condoms to students, and said, "Go and bonk my daughter." Wow. $5 real Holtonator. The menthol and flavors are seen as targeting children. Also, the police don't need another reason to target the B community. They give them plenty. Fair enough. Okay. Yep. Hey, dear uni students, bonk me and let me film it. Wait, she's 25? She looks almost like 35, dude. Fuck. That's been a rough 20s. Okay. I see her being younger here for sure than in that picture. Still, she's very like plasticky, isn't she? And there's mom. Mom making the sign for her to hold. Fuck. $2 menthol cigs are gross. Thanks, man. Appreciated. My dad's got my business card in the back of his phone case. He takes it to the pub with his friends. Can you imagine? Dad going around business card. Hey, fuck my daughter, guys. Pile on. They found out my career by a video getting leaked. They said they wouldn't have had chosen this for me, but as long as you're happy, they see how happy I am and how much freedom I get financially. Now they love it. My mom wears a top with my OnlyFans. My dad's always telling people about it. She hopes to earn around £500,000 from the videos and requested virgins and fresh 18-year-olds. I gave everyone a time slot. It's like you're going in for your hair. You can do whatever you want to me in this slot, and then someone else is coming in. You can't save her, guys. You can't save her. Like it's over. Some people take longer because even though I've got a lot of experience, they're so nervous. On the first day, people were given an hour slot. This was later reduced to 20 minutes due to demand. Get in, get out, boys. She continued her sex sessions for a second consecutive weekend, targeting students as University of Nottingham's term started. She was joined by another adult star, Lily Phillips. On the first weekend, she slept with 73 people. The next weekend, she slept with 37, including 23 men without a break. Oh, dude. Dude. Imagine being number 23, right? Imagine it. It's like sticking your dick into a swamp. She claims her sex marathons are to dispel myths produced by porn. If you're a virgin or new to sex, there's nothing for you. You watch porn stars with massive penises and bodies, and the average person is not like that. It's not helping them. Fuck, dude. Oh, she fucked 22 American college students in one night during spring break in Cancun, Mexico. Oh my god. It's just talking about more of her gang. I don't want to keep reading this. It's just talking about more of her fucking gangbangs, dude. How long till she's ready to settle down? When she hits 4 digits, maybe? Okay, let's keep going. Oh, speaking of this is an old article, 2009. I saw something about this and I couldn't find a modern source for it, but I want to talk about it. So we're going to an old article. Don't spend it all at once. Thanks for the tenor of Velazeri. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you. French men's insecurity over paternity of offspring, creating a society of doubt. Okay. Imagine an anguished French father sneaking into a bedroom at night to snip a lock of hair or cajoling an infant to obtain a trace of saliva or fingernail cutting. It may sound melodramatic, but there is evidence that thousands of Frenchmen are commissioning genetic paternity tests from foreign laboratories every year. It enabled me to move forward in my relationship with my child, an anonymous father said. If I hadn't done it, I'd still be wondering whether I was the father. Paternity tests were banned in France 15 years ago. If French customs intercept DNA samples or results in the mail, the perpetrators, in theory, risk up to a year in prison and a €15,000 fine. The French Council of State upheld the law on May 6th. Being haunted? Who's haunting me? Oh. Upheld the law on May 6th, saying it did not want to upset the French regime of filiation, and that the intent of lawmakers was to preserve the peace of families. Okay, so what's going on here, and this is something that Mizu said yesterday on the Archcast, that something like 60% of all French kids are not the biological kids of their fathers. And as a result, the French government has banned private DNA testing in order to ensure that families don't constantly break apart. Now, this is from Mizu, okay? I don't know if it's true or not. This is just what they said. But that's wild, dude. Yep. Foreign tests are not reliable and warns against the psychological impacts of the results. If all fathers start asking whether they're really the fathers of their children, we enter into a society of doubt that imperils the family. Maybe they should not be fucking cheating then. Yeah. France is the NTR capital of the world. Crazy, guys. Fucking crazy. This one's fucking sad. Sarah Sharif's father tells the court that the 10-year-old's death was all my fault. And there she is. She was found dead at the family home in Surrey on 10th of August 2023. This is just going on now, or relatively recently. Sarah Sharif's father has told the court he takes full responsibility for the 10-year-old's death and has admitted to striking her across the abdomen with a metal pole as she lay dying. Irfan Sharif also admitted strangling Sarah and beating her with a cricket bat, while her ankles and wrists were bound with packing tape in the weeks before she was killed. Sharif told the jurors that he accepted everything that he had told police in a 999 call and a handwritten confession after his daughter's death. During cross-examination, he was asked, "Did you kill your daughter by beating?" He replied, "Yes, she died because of me." He admitted he beat Sarah severely over a number of weeks because he had been angry that the schoolgirl had started soiling herself and vomiting. So she was sick, and he got angry, so he beat her to death. Sharif, 42, Batul is the mother, 30, and Sharif's brother, Faisal Malik, 29, are on trial, accused of carrying out a violent campaign of abuse before Sarah was found dead in a bunk bed at the family home in Surrey on the 10th of August 2023. The defendants allegedly killed Sarah on the 8th of August before fleeing to Pakistan, from where Sharif called police to say he had beat her up too much. So, he was in the UK, he killed her, he fled to Pakistan, and then called the police from Pakistan. He had left a handwritten confession near her fully clothed body saying, I swear to God that my intention was not to kill her, but I lost it. Oh my God, 8 more super chats in 5 minutes, and I'll be happy. I appreciate all the super chats today, by the way. I do appreciate them, guys. A post-mortem examination found that Sarah had fractures and 71 external injuries, including burns and human bite marks. Sharif had repeatedly denied responsibility for Sarah's death as he gave evidence at the Old Bailey, but as he was to be cross-examined for the 3rd day, he said, I want to say something. I want to admit it's all my fault. I want the court to consider my full note and confession that I admit what I said in my phone call and my written note, every single word. In the weeks before she died, she suffered multiple fractures to her body, didn't she? And it was you who inflicted those injuries, wasn't it? Sharif replied, yes, ma'am. But he denied inflicting the burns and the bite marks and causing bruising to the head and face. When asked by Carberry, $10 from Billskimmer, thank you. Dev, tell your mods to respect the neutrality of Kekistan in the Great Christmas Grinch War. We just want to kick in peace in this kective time of year. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you. And $5 from Mervinu. I'm doing my part. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. You really are. So you couldn't look at the photos of what he did to her. What a piece of shit. Cricket bat, white metal pole. Yep. Neck injury broke the girl's hyoid bone. What's a hyoid bone? I don't know. Okay. Carberry asked him about a video that was shown to jurors in which Sarah can be seen dancing 2 days before she died. She was walking and dancing and moving around in front of the television, and something happened to her after that. And I'm going to suggest to you that this is what happened after that. On the night of the 6th of August, you badly beat your daughter. Do you accept that? He replied, I accept everything. Batul left the dock sobbing, and the trial was briefly suspended. When Sharif returned to the witness stand, he accepted troll tax. Thanks for the $5, Ballcraft. Appreciated, man. He took full responsibility for Sarah's death and for killing her by beatings and intended to cause serious harm during the beatings. You have pled not guilty to the offense of murder. We took that charge put to you again. He replied, yes, ma'am. So he's just fully admitting it. He just probably just gave in. He had not intended to kill Sarah, and that the intention of the beatings was just discipline. Fuck, dude, that's wild. What a piece of fucking garbage. $20 from Groovy Banana. Thank you, man. Thanks for the 20. What's that target thing? It's counting down. It's a super chat goal. He began hitting Sarah across the head with a mobile phone 3 or 4 weeks before she died. He started using the cricket bat and the metal pole 2 or 3 weeks before she died. He accepted he had tightened his hands around Sarah's neck on more than one occasion, but could not remember when. He beat Sarah while her ankles and wrists were bound with packing tape. You said to Banash that Sarah was just pretending, that she was just acting up, and you took the metal pole that you had taken upstairs and you gave her a couple of whacks with it on her abdomen. And he refused Batul's pleas to call an ambulance. You need a crown or something that you wear like DSP if you meet the goal. Maybe when I have a camera, I can do that, yeah. But thank you for the $5, Jiggle Slinky. I appreciate it. The hyoid bone is a bone in the neck that is almost always broken in case of strangulation. Fucking wild. That's ridiculous. Thank you, Blonde. This is awful. Like, I have to assume, like, he called the police from Pakistan. Right? Go. Thank you for the $2, Satan Gray, but only $5 are up counts. Only $5 are up counts. I'm sorry. How long did it take Trudeau to bend over for Trump? Oh, fucking instantly, dude. Of course he fucking did. It's done. Thank you for all the super chats today, guys. I do appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thanks for keeping it together. So yeah, he killed her. He then called the cops from Pakistan. So, I mean, did Pakistan extradite him back to the UK? Was he intending to, like, just get away with it? It's fucking brutal, dude. It's so bad. Oh, yeah. The Oregon Senate has approved the bill to ban book banning. Well, okay. I don't know if it's... Senate Bill 1583 would block school districts from withholding access to books for discriminatory reasons. It passed on a party line vote. Okay, so I think... Yeah. So this is going to be... Yeah, so right now, Republicans are banning a bunch of books in schools that they believe to be like sexually degenerate, and they're not for kids to read. And there's some good arguments in that case, but also like there's definitely left-wing book bannings too. Like I've seen lots of people on the left, ban various books for being like fascist or colonial, whatever, right? So I don't know what the fuck exactly is going on here, but it seems like this is a preventing rightoids from banning books situation. Proposal to stymie the trend of books being banned from school libraries passed out of the Oregon Senate on Tuesday, despite urging by Republicans to put the matter off until next year. Okay. Yeah, it passed the chamber on a 17-2 party line vote. Now moves to the House. The bill would block school boards. Mein Kampf in every classroom. Giga Chad. That's what you gotta do. Okay. The bill would block school boards and other school officials from removing or refusing to offer library books or textbooks, simply because they contain the perspective of or are written by members of protected classes that can include people of color, LGBTQ people, religious minorities, and more. Okay, that means it's time to start putting down as much Islamo-fascist literature you can, because Islam is a religious minority, and also they're brown. Okay, so Islamo-fascist, anti-gay stuff goes right into the schools. Make them fight with themselves. Just to fuck with them. And yeah, like zero fucks, I completely agree with you, right? Like obviously we're talking like there's those weird kids books where they're having sex in them. Like get that shit out of there. Like it's fucking stupid. Like it's dumb. Okay. The bill was introduced this year in response to a rise in school books being challenged by parents around the country. I saw this and I said maybe we can approach this in a different way. What we're really dealing with is people trying to discriminate. If you can point out that this is not allowed, we can move along and frankly get past all the cultural war nonsense that's involved in all this. Okay. Give me a moment here, okay? Who should I raid, actually? Carl's currently streaming. Single player Carl. Archcast. Metal Commander. Chud Logic. Kibbs. Destiny streaming. Want us to raid Destiny? Oh god, if I fucking raided Destiny, it'd be like I wouldn't hear the fucking end of it. Is Rosa streaming? Not on YouTube. Is Rosa streaming? Hold on. Rosa, where are you? Yeah, no, Rosa's streaming too. That's right. Rosa's streaming too. Yeah. She wasn't there the first time around. Shit. Well, there she is. I will unsub if you raid Destiny. Oh, fuck. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. So yeah, here's some of the books that people are complaining about, I guess. Yeah. LGBT themed books. Like, this stuff, I just... Let kids discover their sexuality on their own, guys. Stop being weird about this shit. You join the server. Isn't it like a exclamation mark Discord? Does that work? Come on, Botrix. Oh, it doesn't. But it's like discord.gg/SFO. You can join. Okay. Okay, this is just this is historical. Other book bannings in the past, which I've done videos on book bannings before, so we know what's going on here. Gay Fuda. Here. We've hit 4 o'clock, which means it's time for me to go anyway. So let's skip ahead to the thumbnail article before we get out of here, okay? How wokery risks killing off the ancient tradition of kissing under the mistletoe at Christmas parties. Oh. Around a quarter as much of the festive foliage is up for grabs this year at Britain's only annual mistletoe auctions. Mistletoe auctions? What the fuck? Okay. However, mistletoe is now rarely bought by young people. The auctioneer, Nick Mr. Mistletoe Champion, has been lamenting. Mr. Mistletoe, 66 years old, has been staging the unique mistletoe auctions for 47 years. And he said that the recent cold snap could make for a bumper quality crop. He expects around 500 lots of the plant to go under the hammer across 2 auctions in the self-appointed mistletoe capital of Britain in the next fortnight. But in their heyday, he sold 2,000 lots in the same time period. We used to have 4 auctions, but mistletoe sales peaked in the early 90s. Young people aren't interested in kissing under the mistletoe anymore, and the older generation who used to cut it down and bundle it up are dying off and not being replaced. Workers used to kiss under the mistletoe at Christmas parties, but with all the wokery nowadays, they would be accused of abuse. Hey, Sparkles, what's up? No smooches allowed, guys. Auctions of mistletoe and holly collected by farmers have been held in Tenbury Wells since 1862, and they're a huge part of the town's history. This year, they're taking place on November 26th and December 3rd. Mistletoe needs a frost around now to ripen the berries and turn them from green to white. The recent cold spell means it could be a great crop. There is a much higher demand for holly now than mistletoe. Okay. Holly wreaths are one of the things we see increasing in demand for each year. They'll put holly wreaths on their front door rather than in the house as a traditional decoration. Okay. There we go. People aren't smooching under the mistletoe no more, guys. R.I.P. And there we have it. So, chat, thank you for sticking around. It was, in fact, a lot of fun. Hope you didn't mind the 2-hour nostalgia trip. I'm sure I made some people fucking angry about it, though. Because that's what... I have a feeling that someone clipped something and posted on Twitter and said, oh, I can't believe Dev said this. You know what? Fuck them. Okay, who do we raid? Destiny. Honestly, he wouldn't even notice, even if I did. I'm a small fry. Rosa, Chud, Arch, Kibbs, single player Carl. Why do I care, Sparkles? Because people are mad on the internet. Yeah, it turns out like Such an Adam haven't started yet, man. Such an Adam haven't started yet, man. Chud. They're late and gay. Yeah, they're always late and gay. I haven't rated Rosa in a while. Let's do Rosa. It's been a little bit. Everyone go say hi to Rosa, okay? You don't gotta stay, I guess. You probably should, because that's what rating's all about. But, give him the coffee cups, okay? Get your coffee cups ready. Get your coffee cups ready. Go say hi to Rosa. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being the best community. Those of you guys have stuck around all the way through all my dramas and everything. You're the real ones. You're the real ones. And don't worry. We will replace the traitors soon enough. I love you guys. You're the best. Have a good one, okay? I love you. See you tomorrow.